Thursday. Here we are.
Wow.
You feeling it?
I feel good today.
I do too.
Well, you went home and slept.
I was dragging yesterday, man. I went home. I did sad girl eating of a Filet-O-Fish in the parking lot of a McDonald's because my in-laws are at my house.
Sad
And I
girl
wanted
eating.
I got right as the menu changed, 10:30 at McDonald's. I roll in and I knew.
Oh, you were there for the change?
I was there for the change.
Whoa.
And
the first Filet-O-Fish of the day.
It was, which is the catch of the day, and that's the way to roll. I sat at the
Did you ask for the catch of the day?
I
That's
did.
what you got to ask.
No.
Can I have the
Gotta have
catch of the day?
What's the catch of the day? The Filet-O-Fish.
The
I'll
number
take it.
6, please. Got a high C, got my little barbecue sauce on the side. I sat, listened to a podcast with another guy who was doing the sad girl lunch thing at 10:30. We were both in the parking lot, like solo eating our sandwiches.
Oh, have you ever done that? Like sat in the parking lot and ate food, and then somebody pulls up next to you doing the same thing?
Yes, and it's so annoying. It's like, dude, this is my spot.
Yeah.
You can just
I
go on
salute-
down.
Yeah, right?
What are you doing, you jerk?
I salute. I'm like, yeah, you know what's up.
No, go somewhere
No.
else.
No.
Come on,
Yeah.
this is my
This is my private
that's
time.
pulling up. That's pulling up next to somebody in a urinal.
Don't bother me, but yeah, if we're there together, like, let's be together. You
That's
know?
what I just
Let's
always
be
go.
together separately.
I tap on the window. I'm like, do you know who I am? Come on.
No, that's like pulling up next to some guy in a urinal. There's other urinals to go to. Come on, why do you got to? Why do you get to
I
go
don't
right
know
next
nothing
to
about
me?
that. Yeah.
That's
Go
funny.
to another space.
So anyway, I got rid of the evidence. So it took me about 15 minutes to scarf that down. You know, I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh, I'm so tired. By the time the food was starting to hit my like lower intestines, got in, I told my mother-in-law who I love so much, I'm like, I got to take a bath and then I got to just rest. And she's like, okay, man. And I just passed out. And then I woke up and Tim's home and it was great. 3-hour nap.
Wow, good for you.
Thank you.
That is
Man,
awesome.
there is a spot of shame that comes with eating fast food in the car in the parking lot.
Oh, yeah. Quite shameful.
Like, why did you not go inside to eat it?
Well, because I don't want to smell. I was trying to do as limited evidence as possible. So I didn't want to smell like McDonald's because you do. If you roll in there and even eat, you will smell like you've worked there for 20 years. And then I just wanted to get rid of the Filet-O-Fish. I parked right next to a trash can. Dude, it was the perfect
That's a
day.
plan,
I watched the ominous clouds roll in from the west.
It is. I tell you what, it is. It is. There is shame when you have like the bag on your passenger seat
There's
and
salt
you are
everywhere. Yeah.
you are trying to not get stuff on you. You have the steering wheel in your way. Mm-hmm. Where, hey, if I was not lazy, I would just go inside
Sure.
where there's a table and I get a tray.
I can wash my hands afterwards.
Whatever.
Yeah, but this is your table.
Yeah.
Your
Yeah,
car.
this is special.
It's my happy place. Oh,
It's.
yeah.
I don't want to deal with other people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It truly is. Oh, if I go inside, that is a whole thing. I got to get out of the car.
I didn't even want to deal with myself yesterday.
So is it more sad to eat alone in your car, or is it more sad to eat alone inside?
No, in your car is
I think in
top
your
shelf
car is a
sad
little
girl
sadder.
lunch. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're confidently sad if you're inside.
That's welcoming opportunity.
really?
I'm still hopeful. If you're going inside and eating alone, which I do that too often, I'm hopeful that like, hey, if somebody wants to talk to me or something happens.
No,
Yeah.
you want somebody to talk to you?
That's what I mean. If you go inside, when I'm in my car eating by myself,
That's your fortress of solitude.
yes,
Yeah.
I do not approach. Right?
Yeah, I like listening to a podcast or doing whatever I
was
want to
great.
do. If I want to eat and fart at the same time, I could do that.
You can do it.
Yeah.
No, I do. I don't know if you're like this. So
If I want to eat and toot,
I do.
It's up to me.
The eco-friendly thing. I turned my car. I rolled my window all the way down. Turned my car off. I have my phone on my dash playing Armchair Expert. And so I had the
Oh,
breeze
you
was
turn
rolling.
your car off?
I do. I think that's me trying to be green.
I
I'm
do
like,
the same thing, but it's not because I'm green. It's because I'm cheap. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
you
ooh, this
roll
is
with that
costing me
gas.
money.
No, I turn my car extra on.
You do.
Ah,
You
He
are
just
bad.
he has it in park, but he's just revving
I'm just
the
revving the
engine.
engine.
You are? Damn,
every
dude.
every 3 fries.
That's ridiculous.
So we're offsetting each other.
Yeah, we are. The carbon emissions are at zero. Good.
Oh, no, my window's closed. I don't want, again, it's my fortress of solitude.
Oh, no, it's
Yeah.
great
I want
yesterday.
nothing with the outside world.
The rain had not come. The temperature was dropping. It was wonderful. It's beautiful. It's like having a little picnic.
If I could put up a sunshade, I would too. If I had one, I'd have the sunshade up,
Yeah. Just hiding behind it in
just
the dark.
hiding behind it. Nobody knows I'm here.
In the dark.
Nobody knows I'm here. This is my little fort.
Yeah.
My little eating fort. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm enjoying a Big Mac, guilt-free and judgment-free.
Judgment-free, yeah.
You guys have tinted windows?
No.
Nah.
Ooh, that would help.
Man, I did, and they were the best. And I forget that I don't have them now, and it sucks.
You're sitting there just picking your nose, staring at someone.
Yeah.
I always
doing
wanted
things.
them. Never got them.
Oh, they're the
Maybe
best,
my next
dude.
ride I'll get tinted windows.
Yeah, they're not expensive either.
No.
Yeah, I'll send you to the place that I go.
He's got the guy.
They are
do?
the best.
Okay.
I do got the guy. They're actually called Best, and they're out in Chesterfield. And they did the what do you call it? It's like a ceramic kind of thing, and I did it on the windshield as well. And man, it kept my car cooler.
Within-
Like, it didn't get hot
Within being legal?
within the law.
Because I don't know if you could tint your...
Listen,
I think you can.
I don't think you
I
can
wanna
tint your
say
windshield.
I want to say it was within the law, but it kept the whole car cooler, and I never wore sunglasses. I didn't have to wear sunglasses very often.
Yeah, I don't know about the legality of that.
And every time I get in the car now, I'm like, oh my God, it's so bright and hot. I hate this. Everybody can see me eating.
I watched
don't
this
like it.
YouTube series called Fridays with Frank.
What?
Yeah. And it's a cop out in Arizona, and it's every Friday he puts out a YouTube video of who he's pulled over in the week.
He's like sitting in the cop car
That's
filming
hilarious.
himself.
Yeah, he's got another guy with him. It's great, and he's
Okay.
great.
Here.
So
Oh,
here's
there,
the,
Fridays with Frank.
This is,
Christmas
And
special.
and half the guys he pulls over are like guys with illegally tinted windows.
Oh, he's pulling over Santa on a motorcycle.
oh man,
look
in
at the guys'
Arizona.
windows. They're
Oh yeah, okay. Give me a little audio here.
Oh, here we go.
That's where your driver's license is?
Yeah, because it's where my wallet is. I didn't bring my wallet in the other.
Okay, do you have any paperwork for this thing?
I love this.
In my wallet.
Do you have insurance?
I do have insurance.
Do you have it with you?
No, it's in my wallet. I left everything in my wallet.
Where's your license plate?
It would be in my backpack,
It
which
would
is
be.
also at home. I'm so sorry, sir. I didn't bring anything out here.
Why isn't it on your motorcycle like
Oh,
every
man,
other
there's a
vehicle?
million
So
of
many
these.
questions.
He's great. Fridays with Frank.
So it's basically like a self-produced cops show. Or what's the one where they do the follow-along now?
yeah, live PD.
Live PD.
PD.
Thank you. Yeah, that's it.
Or
He's-
Reno
Yeah, he's great. He
911's
seems
the
like a really
best
nice guy
whirlwind.
too, and he gives people breaks.
Well, he better. It's Friday. You
Breaks
know what I mean?
aren't cheap
It's
anymore.
Friday.
Hey, it's Friday,
It's
with
Fridays
Frank.
with Frank.
I'm giving people breaks.
Hey, I got the 2024 Missouri tint laws.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alrighty. Front windshield, non-reflective tint is allowed on the top 6 inches of the windshield.
Okay.
Front seat side windows are up to 35% tint darkness. At the back and rear, any tint can be allowed.
Right. Okay. So the front you can.
Up to 35%.
The windshield,
Yeah, well, the windshield, like that weird.
the little strip at the top.
Yeah, you could do that.
you can do that, but
And
not
then-
not anything.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Okay. Yeah. Sure.
Listen, St. Louis Best Films and Coatings. That's who it is out in Chesterfield.
All
They
right.
they
Just
know the
do
law.
within the law.
Yeah, they got all the options.
You don't want Frank pulling you over.
No, I don't want to.
You don't want.
kinda
Oh my
do.
God.
I
don't wanna
and
talk to
and you know what's
Frank.
great
That's how
when he
big
pulls some people over. They go, "Oh, Frank."
Frank, oh, it's Frank.
I love that. That was that live PD show. We used to, or I watched it for a hot minute, and it was so funny because they were doing one down in Springfield, and people, they would get excited and be like, "I was so in hopes it was you that's going to come
Yeah.
over the house."
I
So
Like I
weird.
want to go through this guy's jurisdiction and speed and just get pulled over.
Yeah. I love you.
I knew it.
I follow your page.
Shout out to Frank. Fridays with Frank. Download it.
Speaking of cops, my show at the Alley in Washington a couple of Saturdays ago, I'm like getting down, I'm like loading up my car. I parked my car illegally in front of the alley to put all my speakers and whatnot in, and all of a sudden this like cop who was not, he was like not on work. He walked
Off duty,
He
they
was
call
off
that?
duty. Yes, my brain sucks. He was off duty.
You mean an
He
off-duty
walks
police
up
officer? Yeah.
and
He
he's
no
like,
work.
Hey, Lern. He's like, I'm a cop here in Washington. And I was like, whoa! And my posture like completely like changed and everything. I was like, yes, officer.
Don't check my trunk.
Don't look in my bag. And so he was like, yeah, I'm a huge fan of the show and da 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 da. And he's like, would you mind taking a photo? But at first I had like my instinct, my civilian
Yeah.
instincts
Yeah,
went in like
you're being followed. or
no,
watched.
officer, I was not doing a Jello shot with that lady over there outside the club.
Yeah. I know, but it still happens to me too.
Right.
Anytime you pass a police officer or you're driving and one gets behind you,
Oh, the worst.
that's you doing a driving test again. Mm-hmm. If a police officer gets behind you, you are redoing your driver's test.
Yeah.
Man.
That's what that means.
Oh, yeah.
I am role playing it all out in my brain ahead of time of how this is going to go and how I need to be normal.
I think last
Cool,
time
man.
that instinct kind of really kicked in, we were at my house when the Chesterfield house when we had that party and the cops came.
That's right. And
to
you
bust
ran-
it up,
and
and I
you
ran.
That's the best.
I don't know.
Instinct.
At one point, he actually turned around and goes, "What am I doing? This is my house."
All right. I've done nothing wrong.
I swear to God that happened.
I know. We all
I
become
ran.
guilty.
It was the best.
I ran into the woods.
It was the best, dude.
So great.
Somebody yelled out 5-0.
Place,
Oh,
place was
Ditch
packed.
the cans. Ditch the cans.
Place was packed. We're all in our 30s. And he takes out.
I got kids.
Right. You're a family man.
Kids are just standing there in the yard like, oh, where's
I
Dad?
ran into the woods.
Then he turned around and didn't tell himself, "What am I doing? This is my house." He yelled it out loud. "What am I doing? This is my house."
That's ridiculous. I love it.
How can I
But-
help you,
That's
officer? We're watching the Pacquiao fight. You wanna have a seat?
I asked that. You guys want to hang?
And then
No, we're
Charter
working.
blacked
We had
out.
noise complaints.
Right.
And remember, then we couldn't see the fight anyway.
Yeah, then we had to illegally stream it. Remember that?
Yeah.
But I think the cable went out.
Yeah.
Like it was like a
Yeah, it was a
like
charter out.
Charter outage.
Yeah.
I'm like, somebody's got to hack the system. And we all gathered around some laptop, illegally streaming the fight.
Right
That
on.
was a fun night.
Hey,
Hilarious.
fight night coming up on July 20th. Oh, you're
know.
not going to be
Oh.
here.
No, I got a Denver
Write
show.
it
man.
down.
Oh,
I
wait,
might not
wait.
be here
July?
either.
Wait, you said July? Hang on. I think that's June.
It's Limp Bizkit, the 18th. We have a day off, and then July 20th.
I'm not going to be able to be there.
You're not?
No. I have to be at the pageant. I have to be singing at the pageant. I'm so sorry.
Who's playing on the 20th?
Well, it's not announced yet. I can't talk about what this is, but I can't be at your house. I'm so sorry.
Oh, man.
Maybe I'll show up like late.
No.
How late's it going to go? Oh, okay.
No, there's a cutoff. Like once, yeah. Probably like 8:30, and then no more.
No more people?
No more people in.
Well, maybe I'll send Tim to your house. Is that cool? He can just be there in my honor.
Tim's always welcome.
Thank you.
At any time.
That's very sweet.
He can work the door.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
No, I'm going to, hopefully it's a nice night, because my buddy Jason across the street has one of these giant inflatable screens,
Great. Oh, right.
Oh, cool.
like a giant one.
Mm-hmm.
And I got a projector. So hopefully a nice
That'd be excellent.
July night.
I won't be
Yeah,
here.
that'll be
Oh,
fun.
you're
That's,
not, so-
that's that Sublime show in San Diego.
Well, that's 2 out.
Sorry, brother.
2 out. Scott, you're in, right?
I'm
Somebody
in.
check Rafe's schedule. Where's he at?
Oh, imagine I planned this whole
Oh,
thing.
man.
I'm working a caterer,
You got the hot dog cart already reserved?
hot dog cart, and like none of my friends show up.
Well,
I got all these hot dogs.
this is
I'm
actually
already
your
there.
perfect scenario that nobody, because you're planning this now. We're 2 months out or whatever. By the time it's that week and you've already seen us at Limp Bizkit,
And I go, what
you're
am I
going to go,
doing?
what? I don't want to see these people at my
What am I
house.
doing?
Yeah.
I'm already there in spirit, man. I'll be there. I'll be with you.
Maybe we could FaceTime.
Yeah.
Here's Moon on FaceTime, guys.
Okay.
Last time I FaceTimed, you
he's
yelled at
here.
me as you answered. Why are you FaceTiming me?
Because you FaceTime me at a random time.
Oh, you want the preliminary text? Like,
it's never random for me.
can I
man.
FaceTime me right now?
You FaceTime me at like a random,
I'm not calling you to just be, hey, you want to gab?
I don't know.
Yes, you do. You've
I thought
known
you
me
guys do
long
talk.
enough.
You don't
Sure
talk
we
on the
do.
phone?
I would think you, hey, dude, could I FaceTime you? I
What
think
was
that's
it?
a good courtesy.
Yeah, but it was.
We were discussing the intro to Rizz Show Live.
It made sense.
At the time, I go, what is
Yeah.
happening?
You go, why are you FaceTiming? Angry face.
Because I had no shirt on.
Oh, God.
And I
Well,
was,
that was
I was
the-
getting ready
I
to
love
go out. That's what it was. I was getting ready to go out that night.
But I had you laughing and enjoying yourself within 2 minutes, and then we were done.
Yeah, that did happen. But a courtesy, hey, I'm going to FaceTime would be
Yeah,
nice.
you're probably right. I was in.
I would.
in mode, dude.
It's
I
fine.
was
It worked
stoked.
out all right.
The only person on the show that I've ever FaceTime and probably ever will is Rafe. And so I don't think I could. You
you
will
probably
never
ever
get a
will?
FaceTime
Please
from me.
don't.
Cool.
And I don't think you and I
Whatever,
would.
bro.
I'm fine with
Why?
that.
Why
I
would
don't
you
need
not?
to
Why would you
FaceTime.
not FaceTime me?
I feel like you
It's
would need to
weird.
do it. I have nothing to show you that you would care about. Like if you
Oh,
were out,
I'm the only one. I'm your cat defender. I'm the only one here that cares about
you
your
know what?
cat.
It's
If I FaceTimed you and was like, "Look what Clover's doing," you'd be like, "What?"
No, I'd be stoked. You know, I'm trying to live
Never at your
vicariously
best.
through you.
Moon sent me a disco ball yesterday that I thought about for 4.5 hours. He goes, "Hey, dude, do you want this? Because there's an auction thing." And I'm like, "Oh man, I do, but I don't want to spend like $100." You're like, "Dude, this is worth like way
All
more."
right, explain.
than
So
that."
Moon's
Yeah.
been following this music auction.
Yeah, there was a like, there was like a flood somewhere, and they were auctioning. Pardon me, auctioning off millions of dollars worth of music equipment, and not just music, like lighting and trusses, and I mean just everything from mic stands to trucks.
Phone
You were
cases.
obsessed yesterday.
Yeah.
I could see you on your phone every once in a while looking over to see.
I had to. I was in a bidding
I get
war.
it.
And you've been showing all of us on the show, like, hey, you need this case, you need this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't need a Pelican case. What am I going to do with that?
Well, I do need a disco ball, and
You
it was
do.
really cool.
There's
and
2 of them.
And so I was like, no. And honestly, you got me before I went, after I had the Filet-O-Fish, and then I was like getting into bed is when you sent me the disco ball text. And I was like, I can't pay $100 for this. And then I woke up still thinking about it. I showed my husband, and he was like, what? No, we don't need.
What do you need a disco ball for?
Dude, a
It's
professional disco ball with the, motorized. It's got the motor. It was in flawless condition with a rolling case. Come on.
And you passed
It
that
would've
up?
been great. I did.
It's priceless.
Mistakes.
What do you
$100
need?
bucks?
What do you need that for?
I dance by myself.
For the
at
one
home.
time that she'd be able to use it, and she'd be like, "Oh, look at this!"
yeah, it's
and,
worth it.
And she'd be going around elbowing everybody, going, $100.
You know what, though? Next year for my 40th, I am having a disco, like a huge party that will be a disco.
What is?
I know,
it
but
was-
This would have
keep
saved you a
going
ton of money.
somewhere.
Rent a ball.
I'll rent the ball. I'll go somewhere where the balls are.
Yeah,
You know?
you go somewhere the ball's already.
You're gonna rent it for more than $100, and
Yep.
it's gonna
I
hurt.
do.
Yeah, but
That's why I
you
have
can
to
rent a
save
place.
the
You
Hurt.
can rent a
Turn it
place
on.
and already have the ball. You don't have
It's
to. You
gonna
don't
be
want to
fine.
worry about that. That's just going to take up space in the house.
I know.
Listen, it's just further proof.
It's a good end table.
I'm a good friend.
Somebody on the instant feedback's asking when you are eating alone in your car. Again, we've all done that. And you look over to somebody else who's eating alone in their car, and you go, "Man, sad SOB." And you realize you're doing the same thing.
Yep.
I never,
Yes, I've
I
done
never
that.
do this, so that's why it's not sad. But you obviously do this all the time.
You know, as you're taking a bite or
Dude.
whatever. Look at that sad.
I tip
SOB.
my hat. I don't think sad. I mean, we are sad, but I'm like, we are the same. We are
You
together
throw the
separately.
sub.
Yeah, what's up? We know what's going on.
No, you would never. And not to make eye contact with anybody.
This guy looked like a grandpa, like an old grandpa,
What's that supposed to mean?
like old, like my grandpa. And I thought, I did get sad because I'm like, oh, sad old man. And I made up a story like his wife's dead.
Man,
oh my
I
gosh,
was-
you
I
just
was
killed his
watching-
family member.
I forget what it was on. It was probably Twitter. I guess it's a thing where some women, if they're at a restaurant and they see an old man eating alone,
We get sad.
they start crying.
Yeah, I do.
Interesting.
So wild.
Why not just go over and sit with him?
Yeah, that's true.
There is this thing where women film themselves crying after seeing old men eating alone
Yeah.
at a
so
restaurant.
sweet of the lady.
What
to
if
do
their
that.
wife's just a total bee and like won't go
Sure.
anywhere that he wants to go, and he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna start eating alone.
Yeah.
These ladies are crying everywhere when I
You're
everywhere I
jumping.
go.
You're jumping to the conclusion that the wife is dead and there he is,
Right.
saying, "Oh, man."
Widower.
He
He's
reviews.
probably happy.
Sweet herb.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
views food across the globe, and he's like an expert in it. and
No,
this is
he's
part of
probably
his thing.
happy.
They look sad. Why you guys look sad then? If you're leaving your crazy bitch wife and like
That's
you're
on
getting to
you.
McDonald's by yourself, like
He's probably happy.
Well-
Not that his wife is dead, but the wife's at home.
right.
Yeah, don't forget he has made a choice to go out into a place and then sit down and eat. He's probably enjoying himself.
Yeah.
We've been married 70 years. It's okay to go out to McDonald's by myself. Don't feel sorry for me. You're making up crazy stories in your head.
Well, that's what we women do. Okay.
Like he just
Hi.
lost his wife last week,
Yes. Oh,
and this is his first meal alone,
terrible.
and it's at McDonald's.
That's wild.
Gosh.
Sad old people.
You gotta look
make
this
me
up.
Sad.
It's women crying after seeing
That is my favorite.
a man eating alone.
I think that's beautiful.
I'm going to start
I love
filming
that
myself crying when I
women
see
care.
older people eating by themselves.
Yeah.
Now, if I was eating alone and a woman saw me, what
Nope.
would she think?
Creep.
I'd be a creepster who can't get a woman.
Or maybe they're like, "What's up with this guy?"
No.
You know, you never know.
Yeah.
They would look. Oh, he's got a ring. Never mind. And then they walk away. That's what they do.
No, if they look at me eating alone, they go, "This guy's probably got something wrong with him.
In your car, maybe.
He's
yes.
probably on some kind of
Look at
list."
this.
There it is.
This gal is bawling her eyes out because she sees an old feller, and who knows? This guy could be 50. He's just got
He's-
gray hair,
Oh, he's on a train.
and he's on a train. He's,
He's
going
probably
somewhere.
CEO of some company.
This cat is vacationing.
This is the video I saw. Crying over
I
old
love
people
it.
sitting and eating alone.
Yeah, I have
No
girlfriends and we've
way.
talked about it.
that
That's the
one's real.
exact video I saw.
That one's real. The one before that gal was performative for sure.
You know what? I have friends that have this type of heart, and I love it. And I've done it too. Where I get very sad. I haven't cried, but I've gotten really sad.
I think there was Mark Close in there.
You guys
Yeah.
are out of your mind.
Hey, man, we're full of love. We feel sorry for the
Now, a
little
lot of
guy.
this is performing,
Yeah.
but a couple of these cries look genuine. Like women wiping away tears. Oh, he's on a train
With great
alone.
hearts. You leave
He
these
must
women
be
alone.
He must be traveling to her the cemetery where his wife's buried.
He's probably got her ashes in his little bag. Oh,
Tell your cute empathy to mind its business, will you?
you know what? One day
know
you
what
guys
this
are going to
guy's
be
doing.
old as hell, and
just kidding.
young ladies are going to be crying over you while you're sitting in parking lots.
You don't know. Maybe he killed his wife.
Yeah, dude.
Well,
Maybe
no,
this
we can
guy's getting
tell.
on a
That's
train
so
to get the
sad.
hell
Yeah,
away.
to get away, escaping.
Maybe he just threw Mama from the train.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
ladies are
like
crazy.
this business guy sitting in the train there.
Yeah, that
Clearly a sad old man.
that
She's
cat.
crying.
Did you see his posture? He sits better than
he's
I do.
like-
He was
you
all
can
like,
tell he's a dominant guy in the
here we
industry.
go.
It's like,
Hey, today is National Sleepover Day. So today's the day we celebrate sleepovers.
all right.
When was the last time you had a sleepover?
Well, we had the nieces stay. Does that count?
Like was somebody staying at my house
Yeah.
or me? Okay.
And the last time I had people sleep over my house, like adults, they were too hammered to drive home. So I guess that
okay.
counts.
Yeah, that counts.
Huh.
My mom was the last person who stayed over at my house. And she slept in my bed with me because I was like having a rough go. And so she's like, okay, because I thought I was dying. And so she's like, I'm going to just sleep here with you.
Yeah, we had a couple at the house. This is maybe last year, like, got hammered. Like, you're not driving home. Stay here. Okay. And hey, there's no sheets on the bed. By the time my wife was like, let me go get the sheets, they were already asleep on the bed, no sheets.
Golly, I think they were
Nice.
You made the right call.
Nice. Yeah, but what about your kids? Do your kids have sleepovers?
All the time.
All the time.
Constantly. We're kind of the hub house, which is preferred. I think we like, because we're a divorced household, so we only have the kids, 55% of the time, whatever it may be. So like when they're like, hey, me and the friends want to get together, it's like I'd rather have them here so I can see my kids. You know what I'm saying? So if they're every weekend they're spending the night other places, it's kind of a bummer. So typically we're the hub. Plus we have all the crap. We've got enough bikes because there's so many kids here. We have enough bikes that when my daughter has her friends over, they all ride our
That's cool.
bikes. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of the hub in that
That's
way.
the fun house, right?
We used
we
to
have-
be the hub.
And we have the pool.
We used to be the hub.
And then?
And then all of a sudden the sleepover stopped.
What happened?
I don't know. I think it made it miserable enough.
Oh
They
yeah,
finally stopped. Yeah.
it worked. Is what
It
you're
worked,
saying?
guys. It worked.
Oh, that's the worst when you were a kid and you went over to somebody's house and it was uncomfortable and you're like, oh, man,
No,
these
I
parents
never.
suck.
I always left everybody alone.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
I just said all my rules were, hey, just stay in the basement.
Yeah.
Like we have a finished basement. Stay down there and then just clean up when you're done.
Yeah, us too. We don't see them when they have sleepovers.
Like, they're out.
We don't see them. They'll emerge to just destroy the pantry and take all the food. But again, that's the price you pay. It's fine. It's preferred. That's how we like it. Now my son, I feel bad saying this, but like my son, he's not down. He doesn't do it. He doesn't.
My son does not like sleepovers either.
Dude, he
He
doesn't
doesn't like
do it.
going to other places.
He doesn't like going anywhere, and he doesn't like having people over. And I'm like, hey,
Yeah,
man,
he
are
don't
you
mind
sure?
having people at our house. He don't like going other places. I get it.
I liked
Wow.
hosting at my house too. I liked having everybody, and everybody liked coming to my mom's house or my dad's house. We ran the whole place.
We
See,
never
that's
had
cool.
at my house. Growing up,
You never did?
Never at my house. Never.
Oh, I did.
Well, I had buddies that
But it was
would
eating.
have basements, and so you go to their house.
That was the
because I didn't have a
coolest.
basement.
Yeah, always the buddy with the basement.
They had the
Was
cool
the
setup,
place.
the games, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, that's our house.
The
Yeah.
buddy with the basement.
My dad's house, my grandma's beauty shop was in his basement. And so after hours, we'd go down there and wash each other's hair in the shampoo bowl and like cut our hair.
Fun.
It was so much fun trying to give
Fun.
a
Yeah,
permanent
we
to
didn't do
each
that.
other. It was the
We had
best.
pizza rolls and played video games all night. That was pretty much
Video games.
our sleepover. But yeah, and at the Rizz house hey, just go to the basement. See you in the morning.
Yeah.
Whatever. Just be quiet. Don't wake me up. And I'm good. We did have and listen, you have kids over your house, and you are responsible for the health and well-being of somebody else's child.
Yeah.
That is and that's not like we have guns around the house, like, explosives and fireworks and sharp things. But we did have an incident where one of my daughter's friends ran into the side of something, and we had to, like, get in touch with the parents. And the girl needed stitches in her face.
Damn.
Oh no! that
Like
sucks.
she ran into the side of like a countertop in the basement,
Yikes!
and we couldn't get in touch with the parents.
No.
ER.
Yeah, did you guys take her?
No, eventually.
Or just let her go?
We did. No, try to stop the bleeding, and it wasn't bad. It wasn't like she was like blood was
Right.
gushing out.
I just picture you taking off running to the woods.
Yes. I can't
What
else deal with it.
No, I remember I was in bed, and my daughter comes up and she knocks on the door. She's like, "Hey, we got a problem downstairs." Mm-hmm. I go, "What?" Sent the wife.
Deal with this.
Well, if it was the boys, it was a girl sleepover. Send the wife down there.
Okay.
If it was the boys sleepover, I'd be down there. So she goes. My wife comes back. She goes, "Ooh, so and so ran into the side of the countertop, the corner." I go, "Oh God."
No.
She's like, "I can't get in touch with her parents."
Oh, really? So she tried to call, and mom and dad didn't answer.
Mom and dad didn't answer.
Was it very late?
It was late. Phones were on. Phones were on. Do not disturb. I get it. The kid is out. Mm-hmm. The kid is out. I'm hanging from the disco ball.
Yeah.
I'm hanging upside down from the disco ball. So they had to go over there and knock on the door. It was wild. And the girl wound up getting stitches in her face.
Oh, bummer.
And I was like, "Hey, please don't sue me."
Hasn't been back since, huh?
Nah, it's fine.
How's the counter?
People. Counter's good.
Okay.
Good.
Counter's good. Woo, all right?
Yeah.
That's my first thought was, how's the counter? And did you get blood on the carpet?
Yeah. Then we'll take her to the hospital.
That is a really
Those
nice
two
carpet.
questions.
It is a very nice carpet.
It's a nice carpet. Nice countertop. But, you have a kid over at your house, you're taking responsibility for the safety and well-being of their kid. And
Yeah, it's a little nerve-wracking. Because we'll have the nieces over, and same thing. It's just kind of feel like a hawk,
Yeah. Well, I feel like when we were growing up, parents weren't as concerned. I mean, we just ran around and did not. Parents didn't even know who was at the house.
Not only did we run around, but we went outside and out.
Right.
Like we were out.
No, we snuck out.
We were outside constantly, and then you came in for maybe a meal. But if you had friends over, sometimes you didn't have to be there
the
for
rules
the meal.
were so loose.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was we'll sneak in and try to do some pizza rolls, like you said, or bagel bites, or whatever the heck it might be.
Yeah, my buddy Pat had a toaster oven.
And then, gone.
Dang.
Put a whole bunch of pizza rolls in the oven.
The best.
That's dinner.
And video games at night until somebody told you were too loud. Go to bed.
Yeah, and I didn't bring a sleeping bag over. I just went.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, same.
Like, did you go over with gear? I never went over with like kids now. Like with the sleepover, they come with gear. Like, what do you? I would just be on the couch. You gotta give me a towel.
Yes, smelly, weird smelling pillow, weird smelling blanket.
Yeah, I didn't have a change of clothes
with a jacket or something. You just put that over your legs and you sleep.
That was always the worst, though. Like I remember thinking, I knew whose houses I could go sleep at where it would smell really good and everything would be kind of normal. And then the other friends, who were usually my favorite friends, their houses smelled weird. Like they had like weird smelling pillows that are moldy or whatever, and you just dealt with it.
You just crashed wherever.
The only gear that I had, and it was always strategic too. So and all my friends that I would spend the night at, it was bikeable. So we just biked, like, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so we
cool.
would bike up there, and the only gear would be the Nintendo games that we made a deal that I would get, so they didn't have to get it. So like I had Excite Bike, and Kevin had Tecmo Bowl. And you know what I mean? So, like, he had the ones I didn't have, and I got the ones that he didn't have. So, it's like the only gear that I'm bringing are the games that we,
feel
quote-unquote, share.
That they weren't really planned out. It was like you're hanging out with whoever, and then, hey, you want to stay over?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, that's my mom.
There wasn't ever like, oh, Friday I'm going to stay over.
Right.
It was always, I'm hanging out. You want to stay over? Okay.
Cool.
See,
Let me call my mom.
Can I wear your pajamas?
My daughter plans this stuff. Let's see.
Yeah, now it's all planned out.
That's wild.
Do boys wear their friends' pajamas?
No.
What happened?
I wore shorts as
I've
You
never
just
had
wore
pajamas
clothes?
in my life. I don't think I've had pajamas since they were
sleep in
Thundercats
my
pajamas.
You just slept in your clothes?
Yeah, I did too, but I remember sometimes if we were just so stinky, I think the parents were like, here, put shorts on and go sleep.
Yeah. That's
Nothing
always
was ever
the
like,
best.
I never came with stuff.
My girlfriends would steal I had this one pair of sweatpants that my best friend Abby loved. And so when she would come to my house, she'd always try and steal them. She'd always try to like go home the next morning in the pants. I'm like, no, You cannot steal my pajama pants.
Well, and I was always hesitant to wear somebody else's. Like, oh, you need a T-shirt.
Yeah.
Because it always smelled different.
The smell.
Like, it was always like a different detergent, not what I'm used to.
Right.
And it kind of bugged me out. Like, it wasn't my scent.
Yeah. And you knew
this
what
is
your
clearly
house
not
smelled
Downy.
like.
Okay.
Right.
This is not Downy. This is, what is another fabric softener?
Like
This is Bounce. This is Bounce.
Yeah,
This is not
Bounce.
Downy.
Dude, this kid asked yesterday, what was yesterday, Wednesday?
Yeah.
At 7:28 a.m., can so-and-so and so-and-so spend the night on Friday? So she's planning it 2.5 days.
Well,
That's
I guess
smart.
if it's multiple people, usually it's a planned out thing. If it's a solo sleepover, hey, I'm staying over at dance tonight. Is that cool? Yeah, all right.
But it was high school. I just remember my buddy Hank, his house was the catch-all where everybody, all the dudes went to. And so it'd be one of those things where if it was a weekend night, we all were crashing at his place. And we just call the parents and say, hey, I'm staying at Hank's. And they're like, okay.
Yeah.
And it'd be like 10 of us down there. And it was just so much fun.
Do you remember how old you were the first sleepovers?
I don't. I was little, like 7,
Kindergarten.
like 6 or 7. Yeah, like kindergarten.
Kindergarten?
Maybe.
I'm thinking for me it was like 3rd or 4th grade.
No, man, you hit a best friend. If you are, I was fortunate, and I had a best friend starting in kindergarten, and Kevin and I were just like we were buds, and he was right up the street. So I mean, again, as soon as I could ride a bike, my parents were like, "Oh, cool, you're not gonna fall. He made it 100 yards. Go back inside. He'll be fine." And then I was outside for 10 years. And it was I'm going down the road. It's either to this guy's house or this guy's house or whatever. So I think all the spending the night, hanging out, doing whatever, especially during the summer, that was kindergarten. That's 5 years old, 6 years old.
I think mine were like 3rd or 4th grade. And remember we had this story a couple months ago about now parents are wanting to stay with the kids.
I know, it's so strange.
Oh,
That's
so
the
weird.
weirdest
Get
thing.
the hell out of here.
Unless you're friends already and like that's kind of fun.
No, that's the thing. They're not friends. Like, hey, little Thatcher's going to stay over, and I am too.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, no. Just
Nope.
take your kids home. Pick them up at midnight.
Pick them up. Get out of here.
I was so jacked in grade school because my best friend at the time, her mom and my dad knew each other from when they were in high school. And so when she started to come and sleepover at my dad's house, her mom would come, but then they started dating. So it was like my dad and her mom started dating.
And they started sleeping over too.
And sleeping over too. But that was actually really fun. It was kind of like a blended family at that point because it lasted for so long.
Well, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was great.
That's cool. Yeah, if any parent had asked, I go, what the? No, absolutely not. You're not staying over too. I don't know. You get the hell out of here and take your
Take your weirdo kid
and take
too.
your weird kid too, who's definitely going to be bullied when he gets to when he gets to middle school.
The parents, they have to send over their list of allergens they have, like everything,
yeah.
so that way you could
Get out of here.
I couldn't. I mean, you're right. I mean, the peanut allergy is out of control, right? So
We had one of those where a
Oh,
kid
yeah.
had a peanut allergy.
We have a
Again-
friend that has that.
we didn't deal with that when we were young, right? None of my friends had peanut
My buddy
allergies.
Jeremy's kid somebody failed to mention that couldn't
Failed
be
to
around.
mention?
Wow.
Oh, you got to get that tattooed on you.
He had the EpiPen, and that was a whole.
That's scary.
That's the second kid that wound up in the hospital after being at my
Oh
house.
my gosh!
Jeez,
What the
this is
No
heck?
wonder the kids stopped coming
Fun
over. They're like
house.
the Rizzuto.
And the kid didn't tell you? Like when they were eating?
No, he
something?
was young.
Oh, I see. Okay.
He was young. He didn't have the EpiPen on him. I had to call the mom.
Oh my gosh, that's frightening.
Mom came over, and then she tried to. Oh, this was this story. So she tried to get him with the EpiPen, and he moved, and she got him. Got it where it was supposed to go, and it went up sliding down his leg
Oh.
Oh my goodness, man.
and slicing him open. And that was the ER trip. That was. Yeah, let's stay at the Rizz house. All right.
Yeah, I'm ready.
Here's your kid. Don't sue me.
Now we have one friend in the crew, and I think it's peanuts or something. But I mean, he came with all the warnings, all the like. Here's a sheet. I think
Oh, God. He's like, here's Ezra. He looks and get out of here. Make sure he doesn't eat after 8:30.
He turns into a little
He
gremlin.
gets very gassy.
I think I had one friend with maybe a milk allergy, and that was about
Yeah,
it.
Ezra, he can't eat peanuts. He's lactose intolerant.
Yeah, it's probably one of those
Yeah,
lactose
stay
intolerant.
home.
Stay home.
But
No, I will say the worst as a kid in high school, being at a buddy's house, the worst incident that happened was my buddy got sprayed by a skunk.
ooh, nice. And that's something you almost want to hide from the parents because you're like, oh, God, what do I do here?
Now, he was whacked out, too.
What do you mean? Just a wacky kid?
No. I mean, we wound up... Okay, what a night.
What a night. Tell us more.
What a night. No, we snuck into a concert place. It was like a club. We snuck into a club to go watch a Doors cover band. We were 17 years old, 16, 17. Snuck in, watched a Doors cover band called Riders on the Storm. Excellent.
I'm sure.
Awesome.
And then cut through the woods to get home. And this was some hiking we had to do. And while we're cutting through the woods, he got sprayed by a skunk.
Ugh.
And
17, huh?
16 or 17. I think he was 17, I was 16. And we couldn't tell his parents because, there were a couple drinks consumed that night.
Why do you smell like skunk and booze?
Yeah.
I have marijuana on me.
Yeah, that was a night to remember.
Oh, yeah, I bet the parents would think, like, oh, man, they've been smoking weed and drinking
No,
all
and
night.
you know what? And here's the thing. He was the youngest of, I think, 4 boys. And he was born like 15 years after the other kid. So he was one of these kids, and his parents were older. They didn't care. Did not care.
Yeah, so he's got a free life ahead of him.
He was talk about a free range kid.
Yeah.
So the Oops babies are free rangers?
I don't even think they knew he was there ever. I think they knew they had a kid and just
they were
checked in on every once in a while.
They were empty nesting with the kids still living there?
He wound up having some big time problems.
Oh, sorry to hear that, man. I thought this was going to have a good ending. You never have good endings with your...
No, you know what? As a matter of fact, it did have a good ending. He got his life together.
He has a pet skunk?
No, he was really into animals. He wound up robbing the pet store that he worked at.
Jeez.
Well, he can't be that much into animals if he's taking the money that's supporting
No,
him.
he worked at a pet store and he robbed it, and he's the one that ran off.
What did he take, a whole bag of goldfish?
No, he took the whole cash register.
Oh, my gosh.
Wow.
And they followed the money trail.
Sacking snakes.
No,
you know what I mean?
they followed the money trail back to where he was.
Oh, my God.
Were you guys
He
friends
had a
at the
heroin
time?
problem. Now he's got his life back together.
Were you guys close to that time?
Yeah.
What was that like to have a friend
What was it like to have
rob the store? Did you just call him dummy?
I wasn't friends. I was friends. I stopped hanging out when I saw him going down this like really
okay.
weird path. I wasn't. I think I was here. Oh. I think I was in St. Louis when he robbed the pet store.
Okay.
How did it feel to be raised with Ace Ventura?
Yeah.
He wound up getting his life back together. He now is like a
Pet detective. Please just end the story with pet detective.
No, he cleans high-end fish tanks now.
Oh,
And
Deuce
makes them.
Bigelow.
Deuce Bigelow.
Gets inside them and cleans them?
Yeah, like you know who's one of his clients? Maury Povich.
Oh!
Amazing.
Oh, Maury got a lionfish.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. He went from Ace Ventura to Deuce Bigelow.
Yeah,
Dude,
it's
this
like
is the great
things are going
Connie
good.
Chung and Maury Povich.
This guy's living in the 90s
That's
movies of
awesome.
my dreams.
He got his life back together.
Well, I'm happy to hear that.
He got an upgrade.
Yeah, man, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, old Chris got sprayed by the skunk after going to a place called My Place in Nyack, New York, seeing a Doors cover band called Riders on the Storm. What a night.
Oh, man.
He also said that night he may have smoked PCP for the first time.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh.
What the heck? But what did he do? Did he do the bathtub full of tomato juice? Like how did he... Does he still smell like a skunk?
I think he still does. No, he wound up taking his clothes off and leaving him, like, ditching his clothes.
So high on PCP, running through the woods,
He didn't-
smelling like a skunk with no clothes.
And here's the thing with this guy. And he was and listen, he was a drug addict, and he would do things and not tell people.
Yeah.
And he was acting wacky that night as it was.
Oh, so you don't know.
So I don't know for
it
sure.
could have been more.
He said I may have smoked PCP, and when somebody says I may have,
You did.
that means you did.
You did. You just didn't read
That
the
means
label.
you did.
So you're not 100%
Smoke
sure.
PCP.
Oh my gosh.
And got sprayed by a skunk. The 90s, am I right?
Such is
Man.
life.
Such is life.
Deuce Bigelow. That's freaking
I think that may
cool.
have been my last sleepover.
Like, I'll just candidate
That's a good one to end on.
Yeah, dude, that's a good last game.
I think that may have been my last sleepover.
Well, when the PCP gets introduced, it's time to stop.
Right,
you know?
yeah.
Did you ask him too? Where the heck did you even find that?
Oh, this
Right.
was at the Writers of the Last.
It's Riders
Oh,
on the
that's
Storm.
true.
Riders
The
of the
Doors is
Storm.
carry it. Yeah.
Riders on the Storm as the Doors song.
Oh, yeah, my favorite one.
You know what I'm talking about?
I do.
Yes. There you go. Thank you, Scott.
That's
I don't
exactly.
get it.
Wow,
Is
are
Jim
the doors,
Morrison here?
The Doors
get
are
it.
playing.
Anyway.
So
I wish I did.
enthusiastic.
I wish I
Oh,
got the
okay.
Doors.
Speaking of teenagers, and this question comes from the internet,
Okay.
and would like your opinion on this. So, from the internet, our daughter, 19 years old, will be coming home from college in a week or two. Right? Is college over?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, my sister graduates.
So
this Friday.
the kids are coming home.
All the graduations are this weekend.
All the graduations this weekend, semester's over. Kids are coming home.
Mm-hmm.
So my daughter's coming home. She's 19, and this is the mom asking this question. She says, "My husband and I have been arguing over one of our daughter's requests. My daughter asked me if I could buy her favorite kind of alcoholic drinks when she's home. I'm not naive to what college kids do while away at school. I was 19 once too. So I told her, yes, I would buy her the drink she wants. I would rather her drink here at home where I can keep my eye on her, and more importantly, I know she won't drive. My husband, on the other hand, is totally against this and thinks we're asking for trouble if we supply her with these drinks. What do you think? I could use some backup on this."
Here's what you don't do. You don't do this. You don't do the public, I know it's probably anonymous, the getting the crowdsourcing of advice. You just do it or you don't do it. There's plenty of parents that do this. I know many of them. And you just do it. You don't talk about it. That's just how you roll at your house. No one is the wiser.
Now, her thing is the husband's like, no, what are you, out of your mind?
Right. It's illegal. Yes. He sounds very square.
It's not even, no, I know it's not square.
And I know there's laws where parents can go to jail for buying underage people
honestly,
alcohol.
I don't, what are the laws about a kid drinking at home?
I think you're allowed
I think it's
to if
okay.
the parent.
I don't think it is. I think that there's a law, especially, I think there's a law in Illinois where if you are the house that the kids are partying at, even if they're staying and nobody's
Now,
leaving,
nobody mentioned anything about other kids
Yeah,
drinking.
if it's
Sure.
your own child, I believe they can.
If it's your own kid,
you think the rules are different?
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't know about
And
that.
don't quote me on that.
'Cause I think it's because there's some of those where it's like communion and all. I don't know. I think it's.
Here's my thought on
The
this.
minimum legal drinking age is officially 21 in all 50 states. Parents are prohibited from serving alcohol to their children in their own home.
Okay. Okay, fine. I thought it was something else.
Yeah, there's no
this is not France?
loophole. Yeah,
I thought we were in France.
We're not
Okay,
in
but
France.
then the next one says, when it comes to parents allowing their children to drink in private, state laws regarding furnishing alcohol to a minor vary considerably. So that's, again, those are state laws, but the federal law
Federally.
says a no.
So it
doesn't
Says
matter.
no.
I'm just kidding.
45 states legally exempt minors from underage drinking laws under certain circumstances. You know what? I don't know.
Thanks, Moon.
I don't care. It's it's the freaking internet. It's the United States and the internet. Put them together, and there's 5 different answers.
So you're okay with the daughter asking?
Yeah.
And I've heard of this before. I've actually have friends whose kids have asked, and
I mean, I'll just out my mom. At my house, whenever I was growing up, I did not have alcohol. Like, I couldn't tell my mom, hey, can you buy me this bottle of Shiraz and we'll drink it? Because she wasn't a wino at that time. But then by the time Jill is in her 50s and 60s, and my sister who's in college comes back from Truman and says, hey, we've been drinking this Merlot. My mom's like, I have a wine subscription. And like, we had wine nights at my mom's house with my underage sister.
can you imagine? I cannot going, hey, Mom, Dad, I come back from college. Get me 4 bottles of Southern Comfort. It's my drink.
Yeah, I know.
Get out of here.
Yeah. That's wild. Okay, so check this out. 5 states: Alabama, Arkansas, Idaho, New Hampshire, and West Virginia. 0 exceptions to underage alcohol consumption laws, period. But 21 of the 50 states have these exemptions exceptions for underage drinking. On private property, including home and offices with parental presence and consent for 29 states. Private property, including homes and offices with parental presence and consent for 6 states. For religious purposes, 25 states. For medical purposes, 16 states. For government work-related purposes, which it goes on to say, like working undercover, 4 states. For educational purposes, like culinary school, 11 states. So I can imagine, like, if there's a 20-year-old and it's
in culinary school, and you're going to need wine for a recipe.
Yeah, and they sip something or whatever. When reporting medical emergency, when one underage drinker calls 911 for another minor, 17 states, including Washington, D.C., will
and that they do that for drugs, too. Like, hey, we if somebody is overdosing, you're not getting in trouble even though you're doing drugs, too.
Right, so that's
encourage you
that's where the law, that's where the law will be on your side. And then in 11 states, they say on alcohol selling premises like restaurants and bars with parental presence and consent, it's okay.
Wow.
But again, the national law.
The more you know.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I would never think about asking my parents to buy me alcohol.
Yeah, I didn't do that either. But it depends on the relationship, too. I mean, somebody's lighting me up for saying, me calling the dad a square for being a parent, not a friend. No, I'm not saying don't be a parent and be a friend. I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying I'm a realist, and from my experience, like even in my own home, like the rules were bended a bit by the second kid, and it wasn't like anybody was being irresponsible. It was just like this woman is saying. We had wine nights at my mom's house. My sister was 20. Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'd rather you do it here. I get that part. If my kids ever did this, I go, get the hell out of here.
I think for this woman specifically, since her husband has a problem, they shouldn't. You got to compromise somewhere, be on the side of the law, whatever you want to do. Yeah. But your kid is drinking. She's aware of it. She knows she's being a realist, too. I don't know. I just don't think it's that big of a deal as it was 20 years ago.
Maybe the dad recognizes something that's going on. Maybe their daughter has an issue or something.
It doesn't seem that way if we're just taking this for what it is.
Yeah.
I guess the dad may be in my camp, like, what?
But see, but your wife, let me say this. I feel like your wife, and I love her, and she's fun. When your daughter is a senior in high school and the senior trip comes and it's all the moms going with the girls to Mexico or wherever, your daughter's going to be 18 and having tequila shots with your wife on a beach. How is that any different than this?
This will be my house.
Yeah.
This will be my house.
Exactly.
Is this your letter?
Yeah,
I wrote this. And I am the the husband in this situation.
You're just preemptively writing it to get the feedback. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So little Sally's coming home from Mizzou. Got to do some food shopping before she gets home. All right. So what's on the list? Oh, okay. A handle Absolute vodka, and do we still have that beer bong? What?
Yeah.
Come on, Dad.
Stop being so square. No. No.
Mom said it's all right.
No, you do like I do. You get a fake ID and you
you work for it yourself.
It's not going to be handed to you.
I'm not what do they call it? A bulldozer parent. I'm not going to bulldoze every obstacle for you. You need to work for this.
Yeah.
This way you enjoy it more.
Yeah, but then they're not drinking it at the house. Then they're outside drinking it, and you don't want that either.
Because that leads to eating food in a fast food parking lot by yourself.
What's the old proverb? You give a man a fish, you feed him once, you give him a fishing rod, he eats forever.
Yeah.
What? I don't know if that's right. I may have just...
You're getting close.
I was close to it.
You got the spirit of it.
Feed a man a fish, you feed him for a day. Teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime.
Sure. I was like, give him a fishing rod.
You give him a Bass Pro gift card.
He'll figure it out.
He eats for a month.
Oh, yeah. You give a man a fish, he feeds for a day. You give him a Bass Pro gift shop gift card. Or give him a Bass Pro Shop gift card, and he'll figure it out. That's what it is, right?
Exactly. Proverbs 11.
Proverbs, yes. Proverbs 10:57. That's what it is. So, so party at Lern's house.
Yep.
Sweet.
Great.
Tyler's not invited. Thanks.
It just, listen, I think a lot of kids now are way closer with their parents.
Yeah.
Really?
Than they were.
That's cool. Yeah, I think parents are more involved, huh?
Parents are more involved, and kids now have, I guess, the balls to ask for that kind of stuff. Not a big deal. I would never, ever ask my parents under the age of 21 to buy myself alcohol. No way. No way.
It's an interesting time, man, because parents are closer. Like we're definitely closer with our kids than. I mean, closer is relative, you know. Like in a lot of ways, we're closer. But man, the rebellion years, the teen years, which are fine. Like I mean, like you know, you're supposed
to have that.
Yeah, you're
stuff.
supposed to rebel. You're supposed to figure out why you don't like your mom and dad because it makes it easier for you to leave the nest. It's like a natural thing where you're like, these people are idiots.
I gotta get out of here.
They don't get me. I gotta get out of here. You know what I mean? So it like makes sense, but it's like it's a really strange time for that because we are so involved in everything, and then you're like involved, but somehow you're annoying to them.
No, it's
you
also,
know what I mean? Like it was
That's
natural.
love.
Yeah, it was natural.
Some kids are so close to their parents that the parent-friend line is blurred.
Right? Yeah. And you got to be. I don't want to tell anybody how to parent, but like I think that's really dangerous.
I didn't become friends with my mom until recently, like in the last 10 years. And she was always mom. She was, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I would see my girlfriends having a great friendship with their moms, and it made them closer. It made, you know, there was a beautiful bond there that was forming earlier. And my mom and I just got to that type of friendship level recently, and I love it. Like, I love having her to confide in.
Great
and,
as an older.
Yeah, like, and I, you know, it's I don't know. I think that can be really healthy. But I also understand what you're saying. Like when I was younger, I wanted my mom. I didn't want a friend. I wanted my mom.
Yeah.
You know, but now being older, I love having her as a friend.
Where
too.
do you think the healthy line is? And you said that happened, you know, in a healthy way and naturally. I'm assuming. Like, where's the line? Is it 25? Is it 30? Is it 35?
I think it's for everybody individually. I don't think there's a healthy like age. You know, because my mom was 26 when she had me, and then she was 39 when she had my sister. She parented us in entirely different ways,
Yeah, totally
right?
different.
So I don't know, and it worked out for both of us in our own individuality. I don't know. I don't think there's a right answer, but I'm down for having your parents be your friends too at some point.
Yeah. At some point, I'm talking about when people are still 19 or 21 and they think that they've like got it together. Their brain hasn't even like fully.
It's when you're 24,
functioned.
25 and you realize, oh my gosh, I know nothing. How did my parents do all this? Then they become incredible again. We're like, wow, they figured it all out.
When you realize they're human.
Once you eventually see what their point of view was.
Yeah. And they're just trying their best.
That does not happen. That does not happen to 21-year-old people.
No,
it does. It doesn't.
No, it's always 24, 25. Because that's kind of when it all hit me too, where I'm like, dude, they know way more than I do. I used to be the smart one.
Well, even just being able to realize, like, oh my gosh, this is my parents' first time at living too. You know what I mean? Like, wow, this is their first go.
I kind of find that the kids that I was growing up with that were either their parents didn't give a crap, or they were like almost like Mean Girls, where they were too friendly with their parents.
Yeah.
Like the Amy Poehler character.
Whatever
in Mean
you
Girls.
want. She's like, yeah.
They wind up messed up. They wind up being messed up kids or messed up adults.
Sure. But the parents were probably trying to figure it out too. You know, I mean, they were just being people too. And
well, good luck out there, guys.
Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody. All right, one more thing before we, speaking of illegal. And this story is, I don't know what's going on in California. Headline, California woman tries to turn found marijuana into police, gets turned away. And this is out of Bakersfield. One concerned citizen was in the right place at the right time when 4 elementary school kids in Bakersfield, California, approached her with an odd question Friday after school. They asked me if marijuana was illegal. And I told them yes, says Erica De La Rosa. The boys showed De La Rosa a cardboard box full of marijuana they found down the street from the elementary school. Okay, so a bunch of kids roll up to elementary school kids, let's say 8, 9 years old. They go, Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Or Miss Lern. I found this, or Mr. King Scott. I found this giant box. It's filled with pot. What do I do with it? What do you do?
I would say, go ahead and set it down.
I'll take care of this, kids.
Set it down. Whatever you do, don't tell King Scott because he will come take it all.
I would give the kids the extra. I always have a burner phone on me, so I'd be like, okay, kids, so here's what you do: is you have a burner phone, and people are gonna start asking you to take this. So then you charge them a couple of bucks, and then you guys are gonna make a ton of money. You're gonna retire early.
Yeah, you teach them how to sell.
Yeah, you teach them how to fish. and they eat for a lifetime.
Okay, listen, you give this little bit to Brian, you give this little bit to Todd.
Just a little taste. Get them hooked.
That's what you got to get them.
Jeez.
No, man.
Start them early.
In all honesty, first of all, that belongs to somebody. And that's somebody.
So they said a cardboard box full of marijuana.
Mm-hmm. Well, what strain is it? We need to start there.
I don't know.
Malware.
It seems like this woman doesn't know what strain anything is.
She's obviously not a cop because cops always, if there's drugs, they always take it, they test it to see what it is, they put it in their mouth. Hey, that's real.
The woman called 911. And 911 said, hey, it would be a couple hours before an officer could come to her. Mm-hmm. Hours. I guess in Bakersfield they got bigger
enough
fish to fry.
Yeah.
So they said, it'd be hours before an officer would come, and they asked, hey, or 911 said, hey, just bring it down to the station. So she brought the box. So it was a box of pot. It had oven bags, a bag sealer, a weight scale, and a roll full of labels saying, quote, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness.
Oh, my goodness.
So obviously it was a kit
right, yeah.
for somebody to sell pot. So she brings all this stuff down to police headquarters. But then she gets there and they tell her, hey, the lobby's closed. You have to get out. 2 officers told her that. Lobby's closed, get out.
What?
She says, and she told the 2 cops, I have a trunk full of drugs in the car here. They didn't care. That's when the woman brought the situation and her trunk full of pot to the TV station. She went from the police station to the TV station.
Wow. I figure she's going to leave it there on the stoop.
No, she said the police even made her do the legwork and try to get contact info from the 4 boys. I guess they were 10 years old. So she brings the pot to the police station. They go, we're closed.
Sorry, can't help you here.
And can you get the information from the 4 boys that brought you this? Thank you.
The cops that's probably like part of some operation they're doing. They're getting close to finally busting the big drug lord and all this stuff. And
it does sound like
she does that and it like messes it all up. And
she said one kid ran away. 2 of the kids gave me their names and their phone numbers. The 3rd only gave me his name.
Can you imagine making doing the right thing so difficult?
Yeah. So she left the police station. She left the TV station.
But meanwhile, hey, real quick. Meanwhile, she's running around with every single thing to put her in jail for distribution and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
You know,
claiming that she found it. It's not mine.
I mean, she could get pulled over by anybody else and have this elaborate story of, I've been trying to give you this.
I've been trying to get in touch with you guys. So she left the TV station, went back to the police station. She was told there were 33 emergencies ahead of her. And go home. Again, with the trunk full of drugs.
What do I do?
Do you just throw them out? Do you just put them in a dumpster?
There's got to be they have a lobby at the police station. You just start bringing them in. You drop them in there. You're like, take it.
Your problem.
Okay, and it gets even better. It gets even better. So she goes home.
With the drugs.
With the pot, the scale, the bag sealer, the baggies, the little labels that say, warning, opening this package will cause extreme happiness.
The dealer starter pack.
Yeah, the drug lord starter pack.
That's what it is, the drug lord starter pack. So she goes back home. 19 hours later, she gets a knock on the door from the police. And they told her, just throw it away.
Right.
They didn't even take it. They didn't even take anything. The officer didn't take the drugs with him. They told her to toss it.
Yeah. That makes sense.
That's wild.
They got bigger fish to fry. They don't have time for this.
There has to be something deeper going on where it's like, because those labels probably mean something and they know exactly what those labels are and they're like,
no, wouldn't they take that for evidence? Here she is talking about it.
They told me that it would be hours before an officer came out and asked if I could bring it down to the station. The fact that I told them I have a trunk full of drugs in my car right outside the police station, why that wasn't concerning to them, I don't know. When it comes to drugs and children, that needs to be taken very seriously.
It's very windy in Bakersfield.
Well, also, I think it's because it's obviously cannabis. If this was heroin, it would have been an entirely different situation.
Would it have been? I don't know.
It would have been, yeah. It's because it's cannabis.
I
and
got
it's
a
not
box
a big
full
deal.
of cocaine.
Yeah.
And I thought marijuana recreational use was available.
Well,
in California.
adults age 21 and older can legally possess up to 1 ounce, but it was more than 1 ounce.
Sure.
And there were scales, and there were bags, and there were labels, and kids found it.
Well, it was a lot of 1 ounces. That's what. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't say how many 1 ounces.
No. She just had a lot of 1 ounces. So.
Man, that's
Yeah.
weird. Where was
Yeah,
it
that's an
found?
interesting
It was
thing.
found at the elementary school?
It was found at the right next to the elementary school.
Man, don't you want an origin story here?
Yeah.
I want. It sounds like a TV show.
Well, they're saying the Bakersfield Police Department has not provided comment on the incident.
Yeah, because you look like idiots 4 different times over.
Gosh.
Man, can you imagine?
Well, good on her for trying so hard.
17-year-old Rizz finding that box.
Right.
Wouldn't you be frightened though? I mean,
Of
that's
course,
so
yeah.
much, and you know that somebody.
In all honesty, if 17-year-old Rizz found that, I would think somebody put it there on
Yeah.
purpose. It's a sting,
Yep.
or somebody's going to come looking for it.
That's what I mean. Freak you out, dude. Somebody with some clout is looking for that. I don't know, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, it is weird.
Riz would be
though,
like,
that
I'm way too freaked out to take this whole thing.
Well, now they know.
Just take a little bit.
Whoever left it knows who got it, and she's been all over the damn
Oh,
place.
man. Her face is out there.
Oh, boy.
Hopefully, she doesn't have any problems.
That's not mine. Hey, good luck. All right, let's do this. All right, and that is sponsored by Hot Shot Sports Bar and Grill, proud partner of the St. Louis Battlehawks. Find all the cacaws at hotshotsnet.com. From Breeze, Illinois, Kale Lodicki is out.
Kale.
Today. Kale is a longtime Rizz Show listener, has attended many events over the years. His favorite being the Mad Tea Party. Where he got to hang out with all of us. That was fun.
That was fun.
Appreciates my leadership and how he's always keeping the show guided in the right direction. Moon's ability to question Rizz's choices.
What?
King Scott's one-liners. Lern's energy and Rafe's comedy. Excited to be part of Team Rizz. I cannot wait to rock that 2024 Team Rizz jersey with pride. Well, there you go. Kale Lodicki from Breeze, Illinois is the Team Rizz member of the day. Gets that super duper sweet Team Rizz member of the day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up, 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, let's take our first break of the morning. We'll come back with the Craigslist Freak of the Week. 3, count up 3, brand new ads for you. Lern will read the 3. You guys will name the freaks in the Rizz Show chat room. And one of these 3, based on your votes, moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs. It is 7-11 Thursday, traffic and weather. First look, Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more in the NASCAR Cup Series, June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at www.raceway.com. Road blocked due to, looks like fallen power cables at Geyer and Oak Valley Drive. Just look out. Also, right-hand shoulder blocked due to a stalled vehicle 64 eastbound before Big Bend. This says Big Bend, but I don't think we have a Big Bend. Your point forecast today, lovely. High of 74. Right now it's 64 at the Point Studio.
Them. Can you see
With
that?
socks today.
Nice.
All right.
I heard he was
Where
looking
did I
for
get
him.
these from? These were in...
It was in a little bag, I thought.
Yeah, it was from that. Wait, let me see him.
Little Cardinals promotional bag.
Was that what it
knows?
was? They were in my drawer. It's like Ozzy doing a backflip on my socks.
That's cool.
I could see Ben Boyd or somebody handing those over
Somebody
to
from the
us.
Cardinals
Yeah.
organization. So I don't know. I got the socks somewhere. and they were in my drawer, and I was like, okay.
Sweet.
Oh, man.
All right, I'm going to try these. Hella comfortable.
I got the socks somewhere.
Great. I got the socks somewhere.
And you jumped super high this
Yes.
morning. I
I
noticed that.
backflipped on my way
Yeah.
down the hallway to the studio.
Man.
All right, welcome back to the Rizz Show. Phone number 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RIZZ Show. Your emails, RizzShow@1057thepoint.com. Craigslist Freak of the Week here in just a moment. We'll play Matchup with Moon in a little bit as well. Give away some fabulous prizes, including Point Fest tickets, tickets for St. Asonia, their show at the Red Flag next Friday, a week from tomorrow. Can you feel the punk tonight? We got tickets for that, which is coming up on Saturday in just a couple days. Also, we have UFC tickets also for Saturday over at Enterprise Center. All right, time for the Craigslist Freak of the Week. So we got 3 brand new ads for you. Lern's going to read the ads. You guys in the chat room will name the ads, and then we'll put it up for a vote. You'll vote via Twitter at RIZZ Show. And, one of these ads moving on to the Freak of the Year playoffs, vying to be the Craigslist Freak of the Year. So, Lern, you ready? Let's get into it.
Okay.
Also, send your name suggestions through the feedback feature, instant feedback feature on the Point app. All right, let's get into it, Lern. Ad number 1 coming at you.
Let's rock. Man for woman, 48 years old, Brighton, England. I'm in need of a good woman that cares about making others feel good. I'm down in Brighton and have a thing for putting different toys and more into my bum bum. It's getting to the point where I'm in need of a little help. We have a stony beach near, and I've always felt a sense of calmness when I see the water flow over those beautiful, smooth rocks on the beach. Even when I was younger, I wondered how those would feel all up in me. Help me gather some smooth sea stones. Get me back to my flat and be my partner as I live out a childhood fantasy. Currently unemployed, so whatever time in the day works best for you. I'm down in Kings Cliff. So if you want to meet at the pier, we can get started with foraging and knowing each other. Call soon.
Okay. Okay. Now, I'm not familiar with Brighton. Is that
it's a beach town.
A beach town?
Yeah, and it's, an hour and a half, 2 hours maybe from London. It's a really cool, it's kind of a party town. It's just
Is it?
But it's beautiful.
Sounds like it.
It's a beautiful town.
We're having a
sounds
stone
like
party.
a party.
Yeah, it's a great place for that.
So this is a
for rock
gentleman
hunting.
looking for a woman to put rocks up his butt.
So weird, man. What are we doing?
Smooth sea stones.
Smooth sea stones. What do they call that? The rock tumbler, where it kind of smooths
Yeah.
them out?
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got one of those at home.
You know he
should.
does.
I think that's what he calls it. His
That's what he
rear
does
end.
in his ass, right. Very
It's
good.
the rock tumbler.
The rock tumbler? Okay. Not really much to this. I mean, it is what it is.
It is what
It's
it
a
is.
special one.
This is a special one. I mean, obviously somebody's saying The Rock.
Hugh
Yeah.
Granite.
There's Dwayne the Rock Bottom.
Dwayne The Rock Bottom. That's
There's
pretty
Dang.
Rock Hudson, Fruity Pebbles, Rock Lesnar, Stone Phillips, Robert Implant, Stone Cold Steve Austin, Michael J. Rocks.
I mean, Dwayne The Rock Bottom.
Dwayne the
Yeah.
Rock Bottom. Let's go.
I like it.
Thank you for that one. That is wonderful. Dwayne The Rock.
Can you smell what the Rock is cooking?
I don't want to.
Oh, man.
That'll
I
be
don't
a
want
new
to.
ad someday.
Can't wait.
Okay.
All right.
Dwayne The Rock Bottom, ad number 1. Ad number 2, let's go.
Missed connection, man for woman, London. To the well-fit lady I sat next to on the underground last Tuesday afternoon, I can fulfill your wildest desires. I'm the guy that wore the Tottenham Hotspur jersey that you teased. I couldn't stop glancing over at you and wishing I could just start kissing you and touching you all over. You smelled perfect, looked perfect, and I know you would taste perfect.
Oh,
I was too nervous to ask you on the train for your number. So I decided to leave at the same stop, and I'm a bit embarrassed to admit it, but I followed you back to your office. I had planned to get your attention then so we could exchange our numbers, but I didn't want to seem creepy. Plus, I got close to turning you around. I got close to turning you around. The doorman called your name. I really want to meet you again. I have to make this happen some way. Please respond with a picture of you in the satin white top that you had on. Do you have a hot mom? Send her pic too. Okay.
Whoa.
all right.
This is like,
This guy's the king of run-on sentences, by the way.
yes.
I didn't want to seem creepy. Plus, when I got close to turning you around, the doorman called your name. Okay. I got that part.
Thanks.
Should have been a comment in there somewhere.
Thank you for the comment. So creepy. And by the way, we're creepy already. Like, I didn't want to seem creepy. You're already creepy.
You followed her all the way off the
Right.
train.
You got
Where
off
were
at a
you going,
stop.
by
Right.
the way? Why were you on the train? What was your destination?
That's a great question.
You were on your way to somewhere, or maybe on your way home, I don't know, but decided to take a detour when you met this woman. And then, do you have a hot mom? Send her pick too.
Very important question, though.
Okay. What could have been kind of sweet. Well, it took the turn from sweet to creepy once he got off the train with you.
Right.
Yeah.
It's okay to find somebody attractive on the train and misconnection.
And that's what misconnections are all, that's what it's all
fine.
about.
Don't get off at the same stop.
No.
It'd be a bummer.
Okay. Names, Moon.
Michael J. Stocks, Baby Reindeer, if you're familiar with the show.
Wow.
Let's see. Brad Fitt, Creepy Blinders. Stalker, Texas Ranger, although I think we've had that before.
Yeah.
Christian Trail. Paul Stalker.
Christian Trail is funny.
Scary Kane, which
And
you
he's
guys
English.
don't know the reference. That's Tottenham Hotspur's their former best striker was Harry Kane, English guy. That one kind of makes sense. Scary Kane.
Two
But
people in St. Louis would get that reference.
you're right.
One of them being in the studio, the other were the one who sent it over.
Lyle from Amsterdam would get that.
What was it? Christian Trail?
Christian Trails.
That one's.
Christian Trails is pretty funny.
And he's English,
Let's
so
do
that's
it.
perfect.
Trail or Trails?
Trails.
It is
He's
Christian
following him.
Bale.
Oh,
Trail.
yeah, Christian Trail. Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You make a good argument.
Trail. Okay. Is the same spelling trail like Trail as in like a hiking trail and trailing somebody? Is it the same spelling?
Yeah.
Is it?
I believe so.
Trale.
Oh, that's the weirdest. What?
I don't know.
Yeah,
This is in my
It's
head.
trail with an I.
Okay, I'm just wondering.
Trale.
But if you're spelling
There's
like Christian Bale.
Are there bad questions in a brainstorm?
Is trail even a word?
No, I don't think
Trale.
so.
Yeah, it is. It's if you're from New York.
No, Scott.
It means online.
Yeah, I don't think it's a word, man.
We've already had Christopher Stalken. That's
Trail is legal proceedings consisting of judicial examination.
that's trial.
No, that's trail. It's definition of trail. It says definition.com. I don't know. I'm just reading the internet.
AIL or
No,
IAL?
Trale is an actual word?
Trale.
I knew that.
Okay.
Really?
Just testing you guys.
That's awesome.
What?
Okay, let's move on. Trail. I'm just asking questions.
No dumb
You
questions.
jerks. Okay, on to our third and final ad. Let's get at it. Lern coming at you.
Let's go hog wild. Man for anyone, 55 years old, Dublin, Ireland. Imagine this, the sun shining on a warm day over the rolling grassy knolls of Ireland, and you spot an adorable animal in the distance. You pull over your tractor and see that it's not a real animal, but rather a man. You come closer and see that this man needs to be hogtied and then get plowed in the only way that you know how. I will have a pig nose on, and that's it. You will have your overalls on, but not for long. I would like to know what it's like to be a farm animal. I only eat pig slop for breakfast. Give me a bath in the outdoor tub because I've been sitting out in the barn for too long. I'm ready. I'm yours to take care of and do whatever you want to do. If possible, I would like you to film what's happening so I can play it back and watch it at a later time for my, quote, personal pleasures. The only thing I don't ask is that you don't send me to a butcher. Not looking to get hurt. I'm not here for pain. Too much pain in my life since my Nancy died. What? I'm just now working up the courage to open myself up to the fetish community and really hope someone can finally make this dream of being a pampered farm animal come to life.
Okay. This should be the only thing I do ask.
I like how
I
that's
think
how
that one's my fault for
So
what
many-
I transcribed.
It's all right.
Oh, I'm gonna cry.
See, this is
Because
the old man at the...
The old man. This is the old man at the
Just wanting to get hogtied.
at McDonald's sitting alone.
You're crying, and he's like, "Why don't they just hog time and stop crying?"
I would still cry if I drove by.
This is a widower.
Sweet Nancy.
This is a widower looking to what?
Yeah.
Pretend to be a pig?
Yeah.
Well, he's trying to get into the fetish thing, so he's just.
yeah.
This is the way to jumpstart that.
I guess it's kind of, I mean, it's not
Well, now
normal,
that
but like
Nancy
in the
died-
fetish community.
Well, now that Nancy's gone, I'm
Right.
gonna be me. Okay, there's something pretty sweet about this. Hey, man,
I like that he'll have a pig nose on.
you
Like he's
you
actually,
do you.
but nothing else about him is piggish.
Well, he may have a body similar. Who knows?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, my sweet
Wow,
Nancy.
that's-
Oh, Nancy.
That's
What's going on
I
here?
don't know, but that makes me uncomfortable.
Pigs are aggressive.
This is not a farm I want to visit.
I like it. Oh, enough. Okay, thank you. Okay, names.
Piggy Smalls. Although I think we might
may
have had that
one.
before as well. Max Swinberg. I thought that was creative. Rob Piggle. Hog the Bounty Hunter. Walter Hoggins. Wade Hoggs. Oscar Hog Wild.
Sweet meat.
Yeah.
Dirk Pigler. Or something.
Piggy Strode.
Piggy Strode is it.
You want Piggy? I mean, for Iggy
Oh,
from
yeah, let's
TMA?
get Iggy involved.
That's hilarious.
I like Max Swinberg.
Yeah, Mac,
Swinberg.
that one
That's
is
good, too.
so
Max
creative.
Swinberg. It's very creative.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a
No
little,
offense to Iggy.
No.
Lovely
but
man.
Swinberg is.
Obsessed with Lern.
I think he's okay with you not naming a freak of the week after him. so.
Are you sure?
No, he is the freak of the week
He
every
is the
week.
freak of the week.
Okay, you're right. Maybe
was
he's
signed.
looking for
I
the
love him
honor.
dearly, but he is a freak.
What do we do? Max
Swinberg.
Gosh, that's awesome.
ERG?
URG, right?
Oh, man.
I think it's ERG.
Is it?
Yeah, it's
You were
ER,
talking about
right?
Max
Max
Weinberg.
Weinberg.
I think it's. Let's see.
Yeah, ER.
It is ERG.
Okay. All right, there you go. There are the 3 Freak of the Week ads. All right, you've got Dwayne The Rock Bottom.
This is the guy from Brighton. Scott says it's a beautiful town just south of
Beautiful
London.
beach community.
Beach community where this guy wants you to find smooth rocks to put in his bum.
Okay.
Fun place.
Then there's Christian Trail.
Another British guy, and this was just kind of a creep. He saw you on the train. He followed you all the way back to your place, and yeah, he's looking to stalk you further and wants you to be involved. You smell perfect, by the way.
And do you have a hot mom? Send her pic
Oh,
too.
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, man.
I just heard from Max Swinberg. All right, Lern, you got to vote for one.
Christian Trail. I just think it's creepy, freaky. What's up with the mom picture? No. Across the board, no.
I'm going to go to Moon next. Moon?
Oh, man. Give me a bath in the outdoor tub because I've been sitting in the barn for too long. I'm trying to wrap my head around what this guy's doing with the role playing.
He says
here.
nothing about sex, by the way, although he does want you to
Yeah.
film the interaction
he says.
for his personal pleasures.
He's got a lot going on, and this is.
He
quite
says get
confusing.
plowed,
Oh, he does?
and the only way you know how. That's cool.
I'm going to take Christian Bale out of it because although I think he's the creep of the week,
It's Christian
I d-
Trail. Let's
yeah,
leave Christian
different.
Bale.
Oh my
out of
gosh,
this.
I'm so sorry, Mr.
You have
Bale.
apologies to the Bale
Mr.
family.
Bale,
To Christian and the entire Bale family.
I am so sorry. Oh my gosh. Christian Trail is right out for me. Creep of the week, not the freak of the week, because I don't know what. I mean, listen, does he compete with the guy who wants beach rocks?
I think that's what I'm going with, by the way.
I'm not sure.
That is a
I'm putting
weird
stones up my butt.
Yeah, and he wants a stranger to do it. Like, okay, do it yourself, I guess.
and
but like,
to live out a childhood fantasy.
yeah, what was his name again?
Dwayne the Rock Bottom.
Yeah, man, that's all right. You might have
Dwayne
won
takes
me
the
over
crown
on that
for me
one.
this week.
All right.
Okay, Scott.
Gosh, it is between Trail and I got to go. Yeah, I think Dwayne the Rock Bottom is.
Where's Christian Bale from?
He's from England, right?
He's from London, right?
Manchester?
Let's see.
No, he's from London. Yeah.
He's from Haverfordwest.
What?
Oh, that's the Branson of
Haverfordwest.
That's the Branson.
yeah of the UK. Yeah.
Say it one more time.
Haverfordwest.
Who the heck knows where that is?
That's
It's Pembrokeshire. Oh, it's from Wales. He's Welsh.
Wales.
Oh, he's not even
Wales.
English.
That's sad.
He's
Wales.
not even English.
Ah.
The land of the dragon.
Also, and now apologies to the country
I am
of
so
Wales.
sorry to all of my Welsh friends.
All right, so King Scott, Dwayne the Rock Bottom. Okay, all right, there are the 3 ads now up for a voting. There's ad number 1, Dwayne the Rock Bottom. There's ad number 2, Christian Trail. And then you heard from Max Swinberg, 3rd. Vote for the freak that you think should move on to the Freak of the Year tournament. And we will have the winner when we sign out tomorrow morning. You could vote via the Twitter at RIZZ Show.
And great names.
What?
Great names this week.
Yeah, great names.
Man,
Good
these
job,
are
guys.
awesome. I'll be happy to see any of them continue.
All right, it is 7:37. It is Thursday. Crab on Celebrities after the break. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Hey, traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more. and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. We got a right-hand shoulder block due to a stalled vehicle still 64 eastbound just before Big Bend. Your point forecast, lovely, high of 74. Right now it's 65 at the Point Studio.
There she is. She's on the show.
There you are.
Tomorrow, comedian TJ Miller joins us. TJ Miller from Silicon Valley, from the first couple Deadpool movies. He's at Funny Bone, Westport, tomorrow and Saturday. So he'll be here tomorrow around 8 o'clock, maybe a little earlier. He's got like a peanut butter company.
That stuff is great, too.
He's got a peanut butter company. He's got the stand-up thing. I think he even does hot sauce.
I've been crushing that cherry chocolate peanut butter.
Oh, yeah? Is it great?
Oh,
You took
my
all
God.
of them home. That's
Y'all
why.
left it here. Don't stop it. Please, don't.
I like
Don't
how
guilt me. Don't shame me.
Listen, he shoved them down his pants, hoping nobody would notice.
He goes, hey, where are those peanut butters at? And then I go, oh, I think they're still in the studio. And then, boom,
Gone.
Moondini. Yeah.
Gone.
I was
Stuffed
like,
down
man,
his
I
pants.
can't wait to try some of these.
Smuggled
and
out.
just ran right
Poor
out.
Scott was in the other room. Didn't even get to put a spoon in there.
Golly.
Hey, make sure we have a.
You guys, man.
You know what?
He didn't ask me.
Make sure we have a two-timer certificate for him, because I believe TJ Miller is somebody that would actually appreciate it.
For sure.
Heck yeah.
By the way, who didn't take? Oh, Tim Meadows
Tim
didn't
Meadows.
take.
It's stuffed in the pants of the of Carl.
mannequin.
Yeah, we're just going to start stuffing them in the pants of Carl, the mannequin, because
If people don't take, so that was Tim Meadows' third-timers.
I think so, yeah. Hey, by the way, I watched Unfrosted last night, and George Wallace is in it.
Yeah, I didn't make it that far because I didn't like it so
excited to
much.
see him.
Well, you said suck it up, Buttercup, and finish watching it.
Yeah, now look, is it the best movie ever and funniest? Absolutely not. Is it entertaining if you have families? Yes. I watched it with my in-laws and my husband last night. I go, let's just turn it on. Everybody says it sucks, but let's see if it doesn't. And the front half of it is slow and kind of not entertaining.
And that's what I'm done with this.
The back half, subtle political jokes, cameos of friends of the show. I got a lot out of it. Cute ending.
Do you think if I watched it with the kids, is it a kids thing?
Your kids know. Kids that
What does that mean?
I don't know. I feel like your kids have an adult sense of
no,
humor.
my
kids
son
would
like
like it.
nothing exploded.
I'm talking like little kids.
There's too many references. I feel like there's too many old
Adult?
references. Yeah, like
And not like adult themed.
no, just
No.
old timey. Like oh, I get it. They're taking the out of the the 50s or the 60s or
Yeah.
the 90s or there's a lot of that kind of stuff.
All right, you know what, Lern? I was about 25 minutes into it. I got up to the Bill Burr as president.
Okay, yeah, keep going.
I'll carry on.
It's an hour and 30 minutes. It's not
That's
a long
good.
movie.
I mean, it's kind of fun seeing Schumer play the bad guy. I don't know. It's just, it's pretty fun.
Okay.
All right, thanks.
It is very. It also reminds me of, remember the live action Flintstone movie? It's kind of the same exact
Yeah.
feel as that.
I said Elf too. Kind of reminded me of Elf in
Yeah.
a way, with the Snap Crackle Pop characters coming to life. I don't know.
By the way, people are saying TJ may have been a three-timer or maybe a three-timer.
No,
I think it was only once.
once before. At least in this
man, we
the
gotta
new
look
studio.
that up.
We got to start keeping
gotta
track.
look that up.
We need a list.
No,
Let's starting with TJ Miller. We're going to start keeping a list.
Well, yeah,
Starting in the 11th year.
We need to do better with our record keeping.
Well, I will say we didn't have was not informed to make him a second timer this last time. So
Okay. Let's just say he's a two-timer.
He's not going to care.
He's not going to remember.
What if he does, though? That'd be really
He's going to be
bad.
excited to get a certificate.
Yeah.
He's going to be excited to get an award. Mm-hmm. So, congratulations, TJ Miller, tomorrow.
Listen, if we come in, we give him the second timers, and he's insulted and is like, this is the third time. We will send a runner to the engraver, and we'll get a third time before
Let's
you
just
leave.
maybe print up a third-timer just in case.
just in
backup?
case.
Just in
Whoa.
case, like a backup.
Engrave.
Good idea.
Like these are
Let's
big.
engrave.
Okay. I'll have that engraved, sent over today.
Have you ever? Okay, here we go.
Here we go.
Got it. Have you ever had somebody ask you to give up a handle on social media?
No.
If it's something dumb you came up with maybe in seventh grade, like, at Cole_Cowabunga dude, I don't know, maybe not. But if it's your name, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
No, we've asked. I think it was a domain name. Like somebody was squatting on a domain name. I think that we needed for something.
Yeah.
And it was like a hey.
That's common.
Yeah, that was like a hey, how much? You know, hey, how about you hand
Or
this over
maybe you
for
have
$50?
maybe you have the same name as a famous person, and you were the first to jump on, at Michael Bolton.
Right.
And like the real
okay.
Michael Bolton's like, hey, can I have this?
I had somebody take one of my old handles and like retweet porn or something like that. And like,
Yeah, I remember that.
I had a couple people text me like, dude, are you okay, man? What's going on? I'm like, well,
Nah, get into the
everything's
porn
fine,
game.
but, like, what's going on? Like, dude, you're tweeting a bunch of
I'm
stuff.
getting
Like,
into the
I
retweeting
haven't
porn
tweeted
game.
forever.
Well, a so-called influencer named Catherine Driscoll recently married somebody named Cabot Asplund. Okay, that's spelled Asplundh. Apparently, the Asplund family is worth billions.
Oh, boy.
So this woman, Catherine, who is a so-called influencer, marries into this rich family.
Lucky.
If you already dislike her, it's going to get worse. Catherine decided she wanted to change her Instagram handle to her married name and found out that @Catherine Asplund was taken. The woman who had the handle was Kate. She was just using it as a low-key family account and says she was surprised when she received messages from Catherine offering to buy it from her. Kate hesitated because she saw that selling your username was against Instagram's policy.
Really?
And it could get you kicked off the platform. She says she did consider just giving it to Catherine, but then Catherine got nasty. She started badgering Kate about the name, saying that no one in her husband's family is named Kate, and doubted it was actually her real name. She even asked Kate to show her proof that it was her name. Naturally, Kate was not interested in showing identification to this random bully on social media, so she tried ending the conversation. Catherine not having it. Catherine now in the billionaire Asplund family. She said she was reporting Kate to Instagram for pretending to be somebody she's not. She said that's illegal, and it will be really embarrassing for her. Kate also reported Catherine for harassing her online and demanded that she sell her username. She also posted screenshots of the conversation online where Catherine's entitled attitude is getting roasted.
Good.
Instagram has not commented, but obviously Catherine did not get Kate's account. Catherine hasn't shared her side of the story, as far as I know, and she actually deleted her own. This woman's getting so much heat.
Wow.
That she wound up deleting her own.
It's so bad she had to go, and she's going to have to spend a couple months on her yacht.
At some point, she's asking, she's like, we banned you, or we reported you. My fiance is too. And then she put, you're asking me to do something to get my account banned. I doubt Instagram would take that lightly. And her next one is, I'm asking you to change your username because you were pretending to be someone you're not, which is illegal.
Yeah.
Kate and Catherine are such common names that
Well, it's the last name, the Asplunds.
Sure.
Apparently they're Asplunds here in Missouri. They're like, I think they're in the tree business, like the tree removal business. It's a big, $1 billion industry.
Yeah, here's an interesting one. I see that you're not that active on here, but started Instagram in 2018, but change your username 3 times, ? Is there any way I can get you to change your username one more time? Laughy, 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 laughy emoji.
Listen, these are online problems, guys.
But I get
You're
it.
driving in your car right now. You go, I'm just trying to put food on the table.
Right.
Like, I'm just trying to, like, my kids want to go to camp this summer.
Yeah.
We're struggling to make ends meet. Gas is almost $4 a gallon.
Can you imagine being a billionaire and caring about a username? Like, you can do anything you want, and this is the thing that you're
This is what you're doing.
about. Like,
Yeah, I would just change my name to
what?
Billionaire Kate.
yeah, I'm billionaire Kate.
Yeah, my wife's
Cool.
at home clipping coupons. I'm trying to, saving up. I'm trying to save enough. I want to take the kids to Disney World. And this is the problem. This is the problem online.
I remember whenever I started all my social media accounts, and my nickname is Lern, so I went by Lern instead of Lauren. And there's tons of Lerns out there that swooped up just Lern. And I was like, all right, well, I'll just do something different. Lern versus radio.
Thus, Lern 69 was born.
Yes. Lern 69. Follow me online.
All right, today is May the 9th, Bank of the Day, 125 years ago, 1899. The lawnmower was patented. 110 years ago, 1914, President Woodrow Wilson established the first Mother's Day. 74 years ago, 1950, L. Ron Hubbard publishes Dianetics. 64 years ago, 1960, the FDA approves the use of the pill. This was fascinating. 44 years ago, 1980, the original Friday the 13th was released. Not around Halloween.
Did they, and I'm being an idiot here, did they release horror films in the 70s around Halloween? I feel like that's a marketing thing of
Thinking
nowadays.
about it, actually, the Friday the 13th was, at a summer camp. So I guess it does make sense.
Oh,
Yeah, it
okay.
does.
Yeah, it's just a horror film.
38 years ago, 1986, Short Circuit hits theaters.
Loved it.
Man. Some non-PC things going on in that one, but man, what a good movie.
What a great movie. Johnny Five is
Johnny
alive.
Five.
Oh, dude. Los Lobos kick your butt. Los Lobos kick your face.
Well, what was the guy's name? It was
Los Lobos kick your nuts.
the guy played. The guy was in Brownface. What was his
God.
name?
Not Brian.
Fisher Stevens. Fisher Stevens.
Yeah.
Ben Javiri.
Doing a full-on, like...
Doing a full-on character of an Indian guy.
Ooh.
All right, 32 years ago, 1992, the final episode of The Golden Girls airs. Does anybody know who watched The Golden Girls? I did.
I watched a
Oh,
little
I
bit.
did, yeah.
Do you remember what happened in the final episode?
I don't.
Yeah, they were in that tragic car accident.
Basically, no, they all went down in a hot air balloon, and that was it.
I was the age where I never had control of the remote, so it was one of those I never turned it on. I just never turned it off.
So the Golden Girls finale was really just a reason to write off B. Arthur's character because the other three stars were part of a spinoff immediately. So the Golden Girls ended in 92 because B. Arthur wanted to leave the show. She'd been doing TV nonstop since Maude back in 72. So in the finale, she got married and moved away. Meanwhile, the other three actresses jumped right into a spinoff called The Golden Palace, which I think they started like a hotel.
What?
Yeah. It didn't catch on, lasted one season on CBS, and that was that. 19 years ago, I believe Cheech Marin was in it. 19 years ago, 2005, Renee Zellweger and Kenny Chesney secretly married.
It didn't get bad reviews either, man. They said 78 on Rotten Tomatoes, Golden Palace. And you're right, Cheech Marin.
Cheech Marin, it lasted one season and out. So Renee Zellweger, Kenny Chesney secretly married. Zellweger filed for an annulment 4 months later, citing fraud. And 4 years ago in 2020, Little Richard lost his battle with bone cancer, 87 years old. What a life that guy led. Mm-hmm. If you read up on Little Richard, this guy, he was like crazy, like orgies, like sex stuff. And then he found God. Mm-hmm. And then he went back and refused to do rock and roll. And then went back to doing the rock and roll thing. Just crazy story. Is there a movie on him?
There's a documentary on Max, I believe.
Yeah, but there should be a movie.
Who are we talking about?
He's an
Little
interesting-
Richard.
Oh.
Very talented.
I love Dave Grohl's story about meeting Little Richard at a airport because Little Richard's son came up to Dave Grohl and was like, Mr. Grohl. And then, Dave Grohl's like, absolutely, I want to meet Little Richard. And like, all he did was like put his like ringed hand outside the window.
Yeah.
And like shook Dave's hand. I'm
That's
obviously not telling it very well, but it was a cute story.
Oh, a young Don Cheadle was in
Dude,
Golden
I'm
Palace.
watching the Golden Palace intro, and Cheech Marin is the chef. He's the hotel chef, and Don Cheadle is the concierge.
Yeah.
It's funny, I didn't know he was
With
A young Don
acting
Cheadle.
at that point.
with hair. It's weird to think about him with that kind of hair, like the 90s, 80s hair.
Hey, with Little Richard, though, he was like into having sex with dudes, into having sex with chicks, everybody at the same time,
Yeah.
crazy orgies.
He was like a Freddie Mercury kind of
Yeah, and then they would say like he would have these like wild orgies, and then when everybody went to bed, and then when they got up, like Little Richard's reading Bible verses. Weird.
Man of the people.
That's what happened back in the day. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
This story came across, and I thought, well, maybe this is what's going on with Linkin Park because there's so much speculation. Are they having a female singer on board? Are they going to do a tour? What's going on? Well, now there's a charity tribute event for Chester Bennington of Linkin Park set for August 18th at an arena in Birmingham, England. The show is going to be called 1000 Lights. It's going to raise money for Uproar Mental Health Foundation, feature members of Funeral for a Friend, Holding Absence, Caskets, and Blackout. So maybe there's a chance that the guys in Linkin Park and maybe a vocalist stepping in could do something.
Maybe.
On behalf?
So they're doing this benefit. Funeral for a Friend and a band called Caskets.
Yes. We'll see. See how that goes.
Wow,
Interesting.
what a theme.
Korn have officially announced that their second collaboration with Adidas is going to be out May 15th. Features many items in green, including a sequin green tracksuit.
Oh, like old school.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
I remember watching
From back
Jonathan
in the
Davis.
Life is Peachy days.
Seeing him in that sequin tracksuit back then and being like, where do I get one of those? Well, now you're going to be able to do it. It will go fast. So if you're a Korn fan, you might want to check out their Twitter because they're saying you got to pre-order and get things all in line now.
So they're going back to the Life is Peachy Adidas tracksuit days.
Yeah.
Wow.
I love this collaboration with Adidas. I think that's neat. Coheed and Cambria have released a new standalone single and video for The Joke. We'll have that up on the blog. The Ozzy Osbourne, not The Osbourne, the Ozzy Osbourne and cult bassist Billy Morrison have released the first episode of a new TV show for YouTube called The Madhouse Chronicles. The show covers aliens in the first episode, talking everything from celebrity alien sightings to the possibility of extraterrestrials. We have a bit of audio here.
I love that Ozzy's doing this stuff now.
I do too.
Like, so he's going on, he does that travel show with his son Jack where they go to weird places. Now he's doing a podcast.
He's got a podcast with his family, too, with Kelly, Sharon, and Jack. And so this is a spinoff with Billy Morrison.
Okay, here we go. Here is Ozzy and Billy.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think there are aliens?
Ozzy, I do, and it's based on how can we be selfish enough to think that we are the only intelligent species in the whole of the galaxy.
Yeah. Oh, I know, but
Have you ever seen anything?
No,
I haven't either.
What is going on there? I love it, though.
I do, too. Ann Wilson of Heart was on the Broken Record podcast and talking about fans taking selfies at her concerts, how it can be very distracting. Here's some audio of Ann talking about that.
It does change things, especially when they come up to the front of the stage and they turn around so that you're in the backdrop and they want to take a selfie with you as a background, That's really distracting because you just want to sort of jump out of the way, because it's I'm not a backdrop, But to be fair, it's a big night for them and they want to, preserve some little memory of it. So why not let them have it?
Okay.
I get it. I saw a lot of people at Stevie Nicks on the other night walk up and take selfies with Stevie in the background.
So they would hold their phone up with their back to the stage?
Yeah.
That's annoying.
It's very annoying. I mean, there's nothing wrong with walking up, I think, and taking a picture close and walking out, but I get it that she doesn't want to be a backdrop. But I also, she kind of evens it out by saying she gets it. It's a huge night for some people, and they want to have that cool picture.
By the way, so Broken Record, I stopped listening because Rick Rubin is not doing it anymore.
Oh, really?
Rick Rubin used to be the host of Broken Record. And I don't know, he kind of made it. It was
Why did he leave?
I don't know, because he's doing another podcast.
Oh.
But it's now some other people interviewing these celebrities. But I did find a new podcast. It's called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s.
You sent this to me.
I sent it to you. Excellent.
I'm going to listen to it on the plane later.
Excellent. It's hosted by a guy named Rob Harvila.
Okay. What's his deal?
He's exactly my age, and he goes through all these different 90s songs and breaks them apart and gives stories about how they're culturally significant. And I'm listening to the episode of Friends in Low Places.
What'd you learn?
I just started it.
What episodes have you listened to fully and learned?
Been Caught Stealing from Jane's Addiction, Closing Time from Semisonic. There's a ton of these episodes.
That's great. What's it called again?
It's called 60 Songs That Explain the 90s.
Nice.
Everything from Hard Knock Life from Jay-Z, Iris from the Goo Goo Dolls. Let me see what else. Believe from Cher, Are You Gonna Go My Way?
Wow.
What's Up from Four Non Blondes, Santeria. I mean, there's 100-something episodes.
That's cool.
Wow.
That sounds like the Teenage Dirtbag set list.
Moon sent me this article earlier today. Frankie Valli has been granted a restraining order against his oldest son, Francesco, who is now required to stay at least 100 yards away from the 90-year-old singer and his property. Frankie's son, Emilio, petitioned to have a domestic violence restraining order back in April, including his father as an additional protected person. So the Valli family is a freaking mess right now.
Yeah.
Everybody's getting restraining orders from each other.
So the son is how old? 29, and Frankie Valli is 90.
Well, this is Emilio, who's 29, his eldest son, which I don't know how old he is. So Francesco is the oldest son. Frankie Valli is getting a restraining order against his oldest
Oh,
son.
the oldest son.
And the youngest son is helping get the restraining order.
Oh, okay.
Too, because I guess the oldest son has lost it or whatever. Something's going on with the Valli family, and everybody's getting restraining orders against each other. Rest in peace. We found this out yesterday. Steve Albini, the musician and engineer responsible for such albums from Nirvana, Bush, and the Pixies, died of a heart attack on Tuesday. He was only 61.
Sucks.
It does suck.
I think he died in the
that's
studio.
Wild.
Did he really?
That's what I.
That's quite poetic then, if that's how he died.
And maybe that's just something I made up in my head, but I thought I read that he died actually in the studio of a heart attack.
He started his career as an engineer in 1985, said he hated being called a producer and only recorded artists. His first notable album was the Pixies' highly influential 1988 album, Surfer Rosa. He went on to do In Utero in 93, Razorblade Suitcase in 96, even working with people like Jimmy Page and Robert Plant on Walking into Clarksdale in 1998. So rest in peace. Lots
Yeah,
of
I
people
read a
sad.
story. So, Nirvana did Nevermind with Butch Vig. And they didn't like this. Kurt Cobain never liked the sound of Nevermind.
Interesting.
So that's why they went with Steve Albini, because it was a different style of doing things and a different sound.
It was definitely a different sound.
Did you ever get to meet him, Moon?
Albini? No.
No.
No, I had some mutual friends and everybody. I mean, you're reading all the shock, first of all, on social media, but then it's just like a constant theme of everybody loved this guy. Everybody loved
He was up in Minnesota,
Chicago.
but where was his the studio they recorded in?
He started Electrical Audio Studios in Chicago, and that's where he recorded majority of his music with. So I don't know, Minnesota. I didn't see.
think they did In Utero in Minnesota, if I'm not mistaken. It was a weird.
Somewhere cold, right?
It was a weird location, like not in Seattle, not in LA, somewhere that was away from everybody else.
Like at a house? I mean, because that happens, right?
like out in the middle
artists
of-
go
yeah,
to
if I remember
houses to
right.
record things and get away from studio vibes. Maybe that was
Let's
it.
see. They went to Pachyderm Studios in Minnesota to record the album.
There you go.
Albini chose the studio in part due to its isolation,
Yeah.
hoping to keep
There you go.
representatives of Nirvana's record label, DGC, away. Record was completed in 6 days. Cobain had anticipated disagreements with Albini, whom he had heard was supposedly this sexist jerk, but then called the process the easiest recording we've ever done, hands down.
Yeah. So they went somewhere else to not be distracted by it. 6 days it took them to record that. That's wild.
That is crazy.
Man.
In TV news, a spinoff of The Office is coming to Peacock, and none of the characters from the classic series will be featured in the new version, but the concept will be the same. Obviously, a documentary crew that recorded Dunder Mifflin's antics will now focus on a struggling Midwestern newspaper that is trying to stay afloat with volunteer reporters. Greg Daniels, who developed the American version of The Office, will be one of the producers.
Here's a cool tidbit, too. Listen to this. Once the label and management heard the resulting recording, they were displeased. The members of Nirvana had mixed feelings as well. Cobain said afterward that the first time he played it at home, quote, I got no emotion from it, and considered re-recording the songs with more radio-friendly production. Then a month later, having listened to it more and played it for friends, he felt that it was, quote, exactly the kind of record I would buy as a fan. The band did collectively decide the vocals and the bass were too low in the mix, so they asked Steve Albini to remix the album. He refused, as he was happy with the results and feared that the process would lead to a, quote, spiral of recriminations and remixes, end quote, among himself, the band, and the record company. During the remastering process, engineer Bob Ludwig raised the volume of the vocals and sharpened the bass sound. But,
It's like, hey, we're going to do, if you want to re-record this, what else are we going to have to re-record?
So Albini stated that the record label was responsible for the difficulties that marred the trajectory of the album, and Albini then said that In Utero made him very unpopular with major record labels, and he faced problems finding work in the year following.
Oh my gosh.
Until, and what were the songs off In Utero? I mean, Rape Me.
Well, in Bloom, or no,
Heart Shape Box.
Heart Shape Box. Thank you. That was the
had the
video,
big-
dude.
That was the
Director,
first song.
too.
What was the slow one on there? Was it All Apologies?
You got me
Look at
there,
the
man.
track list.
Yes.
That was a record that took me not to the right place.
It was
when
different.
when I first got it.
If you heard Nevermind and then you heard that, you go, this is different.
It's a dark.
Yeah, it was too dark for me. I was like, whoa, this is too serious
Dumb.
for my age.
Dumb.
Penny Royalty.
Oh, that's a great song.
Yeah, Penny Royalty's good.
Was All Apologies
All
on there?
apologies. Yep, you got it. Paris Hilton and Nicole Richie are coming back to reality TV. There's no real details, but a source told TMZ that it will differ from the simple life that we all know from the 2000s. And there was some sort of network battle because wasn't Simple Life on
Fox,
and that really surged that network up, right? Like, I mean,
it was part of the reality thing.
It was the first, besides the Real World, reality show where celebrities, you're kind of following them around doing weird things. It looks like James Corden's production company, Fulfill 73, won the rights to shoot it, so he's going to be behind it.
God, just remember what that show was? It was two rich girls basically making fun of poor people.
And going out and having
doing
jobs.
poor people things.
I was listening to an interview with Paris Hilton, and she was talking about how a lot of the stuff that they did on there was real, but if you've read her book or you've listened to her interviews, she has two different voices that she uses.
Yeah.
She has her normal voice, and then there's the Paris Hilton like ditz voice that she used, and she kind of gone into that, how like producers like, no, you have to act worse. So they were really trying to direct them to look as bad as they could, but they were just like, they didn't care because they were successful and doing their own thing. So it made me think, like, are they going to be real Paris and real Nicole in this reality show? Or are they going to bring up those characters? Because now that we know that was a voice that she was putting on that wasn't really her, it kind of ruins it for you because she's not this dumb blonde like everybody wanted to portray her as.
If she does that, it's going to basically be a Jennifer Coolidge character.
Right.
You know, playing a ditzy 40-something-year-old.
And will it be
This
successful?
This was part of that show. What is Walmart?
Have you girls ever been to any of this part of the country before?
I don't know. I only travel like to Europe or LA or New York. Yeah.
I just can't imagine living in a big city.
I could never imagine living here. I couldn't either. I would die.
It is like a Midwestern family eating off like styrofoam plates.
Yeah.
And these two girls, and then they ask about Walmart.
Now, do you guys hang out at Walmart?
What?
I've always heard that people hang out at Walmart.
Why?
I don't know.
What is Walmart?
What is Walmart?
It's like they sell wall stuff.
That's awesome.
No.
Dude, it's rich girls doing poor things and going, ew, the whole time.
That's not.
hot.
So it's Nicole Richie and Paris Hilton sitting around a Midwestern family table. Dad's wearing a trucker hat and overalls. So you guys hang out at Walmart? What's Walmart?
They sell
They sell
walls.
wall stuff?
You guys Lady Gaga fans?
Yeah.
Scott?
Nah, doesn't interest me.
She got some good songs.
All right. The trailer for Chromatica Ball is going to come out on May 25th to Max. It's her chronicalizing the 2022 stadium tour in support of that 2020 album. I look forward to it. Sydney Sweeney is going to portray a trailblazing boxer, Chrissy Martin, in the new biopic for being the first woman to ever sign with Don King and being the only female boxer to ever appear on the cover of Sports Illustrated. It's going to be directed by the same guy who did Animal Kingdom and The King.
Her story is wild.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know anything about her.
Yeah, it was something with her and her husband. Her husband was abusive, and she was the best female boxer.
She beat the hell out of him?
I forget what the story is. I saw some documentary on it, but yeah, that'd be
Sydney
decent
Sweeney
movie.
says that she did kickboxing when she was a kid. She's been itching to get back in the ring, train, and transform her body. She continued saying Christy Martin is not only legitimate for female boxing, she overcame gender stereotypes, fought through emotional, physical, and financial abuse. And so you look forward to that. Lionsgate got temporarily banned from TikTok for a live stream. I watched, they took this down, so I couldn't see the TikTok live stream, but they did do one. They were promoting this, The Strangers Part 1, which was that Liv Tyler movie in 2008 that came out that was about like a home invasion with people in masks, kind of like The Purge.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Freaked me out.
Yeah, we saw that. That was gnarly.
Well, the Instagram promotion for this prequel that's coming out later is super creepy. It's essentially you're seeing a Ring doorbell camera looking into the backyard, black and white backyard, nighttime, and all of a sudden these people start just showing up in masks, but slow, and you see them in the dark, and they start kind of coming closer, and they would just stand there, and then they get closer to the Ring doorbell and closer. Really freaked everybody out.
So who banned it?
TikTok banned it. Yeah, they said, this was dangerous activities and challenges which violated the rules against TikTok, and people didn't know what they were watching at first. Like it was Lionsgate's account, so maybe if they didn't know it was
Oh, I watched the trailer for Furiosa this morning.
Oh, it's gonna be so good.
Oh my God, that looks really good.
Yeah, I'll be seeing that in the theaters for sure.
And I read why they didn't use what's her name,
Charlize
Theron.
It's
because
a
it's a
prequel.
younger.
Yeah.
They were going to try to use her, for it, but they were going to try to de-age her digitally, but they said the technology is not there yet.
Is it Anya Joy who's going to be the
one who played the main
Taylor-Joy?
character in Queen's Gambit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
She's going to be good.
Dang.
Chris Hemsworth's in it. It looks good.
What's interesting about that's coming out soon, and there was a
Memorial
headline
Day weekend
that said the blockbuster movie outlook is kind of bleak this year. To me, that's the first blockbuster that's coming
I
out.
was talking to Moon about this before the show. So the Fall Guy won last week, and they said it was a very disappointing,
Yeah,
even though it
big
won the
letdown.
week.
Yeah, 28 million.
A huge letdown for that movie.
Right.
I said, what movies are we looking forward to this summer? There's the Deadpool and Wolverine one.
Yeah, kind of.
That's the only superhero film that's coming out this
I know
summer.
some people are just freaking out about that, and I should be, and I'm not saying
I'm not
that.
saying.
I'm
I'll
just
see it.
I don't know if I'm just not interested in the universe. I'm you know I don't know. I just like I got nothing to look forward to except for TV shows. I feel like this summer is gonna kick butt for TV,
Yeah.
dude.
What's interesting you say that because 2024 marks the first year since 2009 that there isn't a Marvel film to kick off the summer box office season. And that's what they're saying. Like, there's no blockbuster movies coming out this summer.
Well, tonight that Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes opens.
Yeah.
Ooh, you
Dude.
guys forgot the big one.
I don't know about the movie business, man. I'm so sad.
It's got what big one?
Garfield. It's coming out.
I'm so sad that I think it, like I mean 2020 was obviously disastrous, and then 2021 2 3 kind of a bounce back. Like, oh man, we didn't know what we had, and now it's kind of like a friend and I were looking at maybe buying this really small movie theater and like trying to figure out the numbers and like, hey, how can we make this like work? And dude, the numbers aren't pretty.
Why would you buy a movie theater?
Don't you have enough going on in your life?
It'll be cool.
Let me run this movie
like the
theater
worst
with my
thing- like,
18 kids and
Who
my
would get
400
into
people.
that
popcorn.
business?
Listen, it was I'm not getting into the business, but I was interested in like just how's this business run?
The numbers work?
It was for sale, man. I'm gonna go check it out.
Entrepreneur.
Bad Boys is coming out, and also the new Beverly Hills Cop.
Yeah, no desire.
some fun-
I'm not
fun
even.
ones.
I'm not looking forward to anything.
Well, to Moon's point about TV,
Looking forward to anything.
Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max might be doing a bundle launch this summer. There's no word on what it's going to cost, but Disney Plus, Hulu, and Max all bundling sometime this summer. And finally, after 8 years off the road, Martin Lawrence is launching a 36-city stand-up tour. He told TMZ, comedy gives me that instant gratification. Seeing the fans up close and in person, making people laugh, doing what I love most is what it's all about for me. He will be at Chaffetz Arena on February 28th.
How about that?
And that's your crap on celebrities.
Honestly, the movie theater thing was more like, hey, can we get in this business and make it like a venue, like a comedy venue
Right.
and like a music thing? Like we're gonna do like this whole.
I love it.
Show movies
I
and
just
charge
think
a
you got
combo.
so much going on. I'm like amazed.
But I didn't know a lot of the behind the scenes of the music business and the movie business, and it's wild to see that any of them are still going.
Right.
Celebrity celebrating a birthday today, Noah Centineo. Yeah. I don't know who this is, but he's Adam Smasher in Black Adam, a whole bunch of movies. This dude is 28. Mary Mauser, that is Danielson's daughter, Samantha LaRusso in Cobra Kai. She is 28. Grace Gummer, that's Meryl Streep's daughter. She's in a ton of stuff as well. Mr. Robot, American Horror Story. She's 38. Prince Fielder, Texas Ranger slugger, whose career ended with another neck injury in 2016. He's 40. Rosario Dawson is 45. Andrew W.K. is 45. Chris Diamantopoulos. Diamantopoulos. You guys
From
know this
Silicon
guy.
Valley.
Yeah, he's in Three Stooges movie. He's from Silicon. He's Russ in Silicon Valley. You've seen him in 100 things. He looks like that other guy too.
I think it's Diamantopoulos, right?
Diamantopoulos. Thank you. Thank you very
There
much.
it is.
Yeah.
That's it. He's 49.
Live at the Diamantopoulos.
Ghostface Killer is 54. Dave Gahan. Do you know who that is?
Dave Gahan from Depeche Mode.
Well, I say it Gahan.
David Gahan.
Did you
Yeah.
look up any pronunciations for any of these names?
Why would I do that? It's so much more fun when I botch it. It's a comedy show. He's 62. John Corbett. That's Aiden on Sex and the City.
Heck yeah.
He's 63. Tom Peterson from Cheap Trick is 74. Billy Joel, two first names, is 75. Calvin Murphy, NBA Hall of Famer, is 76. Candace Bergen. How old do you think Candace Bergen is?
She's in her 70s.
78.
Still got
78 years old. You're right. My mom was such a Murphy Brown fan. And James L. Brooks, one of the three men who developed The Simpsons, also co-created the Mary Tyler Moore Show and Taxi. This dude, legend.
Done it all.
84 years old.
All right, today's birthday, porno birthday, is brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet. Today's porno birthday is Lisa Ann.
Lisa Ann, friend of Hubbard Broadcasting.
Yeah, down the hallway.
I believe
there.
it's Lisa Anne.
It's Lisa Ann. I looked up the pronunciation.
Nailin' Palin.
Today's birthday girl's been in 975 films, including, guess who's Nailin' Palin? I guess that's what she's most well known for.
She does look like Sarah Palin.
Which she puts the glasses on.
Yeah.
She was in All About MILFs, The Apprentice 6, Asses for the Masses 1, Big Wet Butts 6 and 11, Busty Invaders from Mars. She was in Count Racula, I'm a Milfaholic, The Mandingo Massacre 1 and 7, Nurse Booty on Duty. She was in Turbo Sluts, and Who Can Forget a Role? In 2010's Say Hi to Your Mother for Me. Lisa Ann is 52 years old. That's your porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back, and we will play Match Up with Moon. That's right. We played last week. It was a disaster for me. Back this week for revenge.
Mm-hmm.
So we need Team Rizz. We need Team Moon. King Scott will ask us 5 questions. Whoever answers the most questions right, our respective teammates will win their choice of prizes. We have Point Fest tickets. Point Fest happening a week from tomorrow. No, a week from Saturday. Tomorrow's Friday. I thought today was Friday. My bad. A week from Saturday over at the amphitheater. We got tickets to go see Saint Asonia playing the Red Flag a week from tomorrow. Tickets to go see Can You Feel the Punk tonight, which is Saturday over at the pageant. And we got tickets for UFC returning to St. Louis for the first time since 2018 this Saturday over at Enterprise. Team Rizz, Team Moon, 314-624-3833, 618-398-3833. We'll play next. Hey, and if during round 1 you want 2 Team Rizzes or 2 Team Moons, I don't care. I don't care who you pick.
Okay.
Yeah, don't matter. All right, it's 6:25. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets are available now at www.raceway.com. Right lane blocked due to debris on the road 64 eastbound at Jefferson. There's also delays 270 between, looks like 270 eastbound between Manchester and Ladue. Your point forecast, lovely. High of 74 right now. It's 67 at the Point Studio.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for, I'm not going to call it revenge. I'm going to call it redemption. You kicked my ass last week.
Indeed, I appreciate you.
You took me behind the woodshed, and you beat the hell out of me. And in fact, when we were at the Hot Shots in Edwardsville, there were many people that reminded me of that fact.
I know it.
Lucky you.
Yes.
Aren't they the best?
Yeah, the best.
Maybe today
It's so
is
good.
a great band name. Maybe today is your day.
Maybe, or maybe not. Let's play Match Up with Moon. All right. I'm feeling especially sharp today.
You look sharp.
Famous last words. All right, so King Scott's going to ask us each 5 questions. Whoever gets the most questions right, our respective teammates on the phone, will win their choice of prizes. Point Fest a week from Saturday over at the amphitheater. Tickets to go see Saint Asonia next Friday over at Red Flag. Can You Feel the Punk tonight, Saturday over at the pageant. And we got tickets for UFC returning to St. Louis for the first time since 2018, Saturday over at Enterprise. Oh, by the way, we are in the middle of concert week. And we had a couple representatives from Live Nation on with us yesterday. Concert week, your chance to get $25 tickets to a whole heap of shows. Crazy. Either at the amphitheater or St. Louis Music Park. I mean, there are so many shows, I can't list them all. But $25 all in.
Mm-hmm.
I think I even mentioned, like, you can't go to Five Guys and get a burger, fries, and a drink for less than $25. Oh, yeah. Look it up. All right.
I love how you're arguing with
nobody.
Invisible.
Yeah,
I'm arguing with nobody.
Five guys are going, what the hell, man? We didn't. We don't mean it. We don't mean it.
And that may not even be true. I don't know.
What are you doing?
Don't do the math. Don't look it up.
Just buy the damn
concert
tickets.
Yep. All right, let's get our teammates. Yeah, who am I arguing with? Nobody. I'm just arguing. I'm shaking my fist into the void.
This is who you are.
Sean, hello.
Yes, sir.
All right, Sean, Team Rizz or Team Moon?
Let's go Moon.
Yeah.
Right.
Wow.
Remember now, last time I won because 2 people voted against me.
Well, we'll see. Brendan.
So this might be the curse.
Brendan, Team
What's
Rizz,
up,
Team Moon.
Rizz.
Okay. All right, we got split here.
Feeling good.
All
Good
right,
pick.
me too, Brendan. Brendan out in Owensville. Love Owensville. What a great little town.
Yeah, especially this time of year.
That's right.
Everything
I've been to
costs
their Walmart.
$25 in Owensville.
Trying to
Yeah.
hype up karma?
Have you been to Owensville?
Sure, I'm sure I have.
Probably not.
I'm from here, Rizz.
Yeah, but I've been everywhere.
All right.
Owensville, been to their Walmart.
Well,
Love
you
it.
just take the round.
As
Are
a
you
matter of fact,
Are you ready?
I bought all the tomatoes at a Walmart once.
What are you doing? You're trying to wait for the coffee to kick in? What are you doing?
All right. Moon's going into isolation. I will answer the questions first for round number 1. Moon is putting the isolation headphones on.
Hang on. Stand by. My daughter is using the account. And
You don't got the family account? I got the family account.
Yeah, I do too.
Okay. Moon's in isolation. King Scott, you and I, buddy.
Yep, thinking cap time.
Thinking cap is on. Lern is
Writing
getting ready to
things
write
down.
things down.
For Brendan.
Coolest game ever, you guys.
Yep.
Good luck. Good luck, Rizz.
Good luck to Lern.
What
Writing
does...
down the correct answers.
Yeah.
All right, question 1. What does a thermometer measure?
Temperature.
What is the yellow part of an egg called?
The yolk.
Who's older, Logan or Jake Paul?
Ooh, man. Woo. I'm going to say Logan.
What were shanty towns during the Great Depression called?
What were shanty towns during the Depression called?
Yeah, Great Depression.
What were they called? Ghettos?
What are
That's a
diamonds
guess.
made of?
Carbon.
Now there's 86,400 seconds in a day. How many minutes are in a day? Oh, this is for the
Tiebreaker?
tiebreaker. So there's 86,400 seconds in a day. How many minutes are in a day?
How many minutes in a day? Am I allowed to do math or just
Yeah.
give you an answer?
No, you could. I mean,
But can I write that? Can I write it out?
have we ever been able to do that?
No.
Usually not.
Okay, no. Yeah, off the top of
It's
your head.
whoever gets closest.
Yeah.
Right? So
Yeah.
you've got to average.
Okay, say the question again.
There's 86,400 seconds in a day. How many minutes are in a day?
6,000. I'm not going to need it. You know what? I'm not going to need it. I'm not going to need the tiebreaker
No.
because I'm going to kick his ass just with the regular questions.
This is confidence live
This
on
is
the air.
confidence, and this is my downfall, guys.
That's right.
All right, Mooners.
no, laughing. What's the laughing for?
Oh, it's
Don't
so
you
funny.
worry about it.
Just wait,
you
man.
feel
There's going to
good?
be such comedy coming with these questions.
Okay.
Okay, let me put my
How's your confidence?
0.
It's actually very
It's
good.
been shattered.
Yeah.
Wait, what? His confidence is good,
He was
but he
being
says 0?
overconfident. We were laughing because of the
doing to me?
overconfidence.
Oh, what are you doing?
I don't know.
Oh.
I'm
I'm trying to play head
I'm
games.
hosting because you're putting your words in. I don't know.
Okay, hang on.
What are you doing to me? I'm trying to play head games, he says.
All right.
All right.
I'm in.
All right, for Sean here, Moon.
King Scott.
Are you ready?
I was born ready.
Too loud.
Let's do this.
All right, question 1. What does a thermometer measure?
Temperature.
What is the yellow part of an egg called?
What is the yellow part?
Of an egg called?
A yolk.
Who's older, Logan or Jake Paul?
Oh, man. Mike Tyson versus Logan. Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. I think Tyson's fighting Jake. And if I remember right, Tyson's going to be 57, 58. Jake's going to be like 33 or 4. I thought he was the younger one. But if he's in his 30s. Crap. I'm going to say Logan.
Okay.
The
What were
non-fighter.
shanty towns during the Great Depression called?
Say that again? Shanty towns?
Yeah, what were shanty towns during the Great Depression called?
Oh, this was a Hoover thing. Hoovervilles. Yeah, I think it was like an anti-Hoover thing.
Okay.
We'll call it Hoover Towns, Shantytown, Hooverville.
Okay, so we're going with that. And what are diamonds made of?
Carbon, compressed carbon.
Now here's the bonus question. There's 86,400 seconds in a day. How many minutes are in a day?
How many minutes are in a day?
Yeah.
1,000. 1,400. 1,400 minutes. Hang on. Yeah, okay. Whatever. Oh, man.
So we're good on
Please don't be a tiebreaker. Oh, no.
Okay.
All right.
Now I know why you were laughing.
Oh, ready?
Yeah.
Now I know why you're laughing. Math for a...
Yeah,
For a
and you know what?
tiebreaker?
As I was in isolation, I go, man, what an idiot I am.
Hang on. Yeah, so...
No,
I
I
got
thought
it
I
right.
gave it
I
away
got
with
it
the
right.
seconds part.
I didn't. I didn't. I really biffed it. That last one, math, Scott. Come on, buddy.
Oh, no, wait. Yeah, okay. No, I'm good.
I messed up,
I'm in the right place.
and it hit me as I was listening to Metallica's "Through the Never." We'll see.
What a disappointment.
We're not going to need it. We're not going to need that. I think I shredded.
That's what I said.
I think I shredded the other
Okay,
ones.
let's go.
All right. What does a thermometer measure? Rizz used. Oh,
Rizz said temperature. Moon said temperature.
and the answer is temperature.
Okay, thanks for the kindergarten question.
Yeah,
You're
there's a
welcome.
couple
I decided
of
to throw you guys. I honestly thought one of
Thanks
you
for
would
the
get thrown off.
kindergarten question. The next one too.
This is a
what
very
lays
tough
eggs
one.
or whatever.
What is the yellow part of an egg called?
Both of you said yolk.
And the correct answer is yolk.
Whoa! All right, smart guy.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Who's older, Logan or Jake Paul?
Both of you said Logan.
Oh,
And you're both correct. It's Logan.
all right.
Are you
Three
a
to three.
Paul enthusiast?
Yeah, I knew
I was
that.
total guess.
Well, it was okay.
Yeah.
Mine was too because Jake is the fighter, right? And he's got to be the younger one.
That's why they don't know.
Wait, who's Tyson fighting? He's
I
fighting.
don't know.
He's fighting Jake.
He's fighting Jake.
He's one of the Paul brothers.
I thought he was fighting Logan. Who had the baby?
I don't know.
Either
Maybe.
one of them.
One is a wrestler.
I thought it was the same person, honestly.
No, one's a wrestler. One's a boxer.
Oh, it's not the same guy doing both of those things?
No.
I thought one was more YouTubey and one was more athletic.
Yeah.
One's the boxer. One's the
You're
wrestler.
kidding.
They're like the Kelsey brothers.
Well, then it was really, I guess.
Okay, now question 4. What were shanty towns during the Great Depression
Did you know
called?
this?
I know that it's something against the president at the time or against Hoover.
Rizz said ghettos. Moon said Hooverville.
Hooverville.
It's Hooverville.
ghetto.
Damn it. You won.
4-3.
Woo! What
Moon
was the
wins.
last one? What was the last one?
All right, for the 5th question.
Damn it.
Moon's up 1.
Hooverville.
What?
You're right. Great question. Damn it.
Yep. Do we need a drum roll?
All right. What was the
Kind of
last
just wanted to play that.
What was the last question?
All right, I think we need a drum roll because he's up 1, and if you get
Yeah, I forgot what the last question was. Doesn't matter because I biffed the tiebreaker anyway.
this one. What are diamonds made of?
Both of you said carbon.
Okay, yeah, cool.
And it's carbon.
Yes.
Sorry, Brendan.
Yep.
Is there a running
Tiebreaker, though.
Yeah, do you want to hear the
is there-
tiebreaker?
Is there a
Yes.
running total for the
Yeah, you
for
got
the year?
You're up 4. It's 5-1.
Okay.
Damn it.
So now 6-1. So here's the tiebreaker. There's 86,400 seconds a day. How many minutes are in a day?
Rizz said 6,000 minutes, and Moon said 1,400 minutes.
Guys, the answer is 1,440 minutes.
Oh, right.
I know. When I was in isolation,
You did the math.
I was like, oh, man. I get very
Carry
flustered
the
when it comes
two.
to math.
Yeah.
That
No.
was a recent trivia question. Well, but like last year at a trivia night
I
too.
get
So that
very,
saved me.
when it comes to math, I get nervous.
yeah.
That is my kryptonite.
Okay,
Math.
good to know.
Well, okay, one more round. Let's go. Jared, hello.
How's it going?
Not good, Jared.
It's great.
Not good.
Things are good. Weather's
who do you want
awesome.
to pick?
I'll take Rizz.
Okay,
Nice.
I'm bound to win one of these. Dustin, who do you want to pick?
Feeling good, Lewis. Let's go Moon.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Okay, I'm going to go back in isolation.
All right.
Moon's going to answer the questions first for round number 2. Put my isolation earbuds in.
You're cool.
Oh, thanks. Okay.
What you listening to?
Metallica.
You still on the Metallica?
No, I'll go something new.
Yeah, switch it up.
see what comes up
Metallica's
next.
not working for you.
Let's see if he gets it.
Go with something.
Nine Inch Nails.
Perfect.
I was gonna say, go with something happy.
Yeah, that was pretty happy.
Never.
Head like a hole.
All right.
All right, all for Dustin here. Number 1.
King Scott.
What state has the most national parks?
Oh, we've had that before. Crud. Oh, man. I know Utah's got like 5 of them. But doesn't California have a bunch? Shoot. I'm going to say California. Might be Alaska, though.
Are you setting on that?
Yeah, I'm going to say California because I don't have a better guess.
What meteorological season is the month of July in the Southern Hemisphere?
In the Southern Hemisphere, it's the summer. No. I'm sorry. It's the winter. Southern Hemisphere, July, you say? Mm-hmm. Yes, it's winter.
Lego was invented in which country?
Oh, that is... I want to say it's in Europe because they got like some super sick looking building. It's not Finland. It's not... oh, man, it might be Scandinavia, but it might be like Belgium or the Netherlands. Crud. I'm going to say the Netherlands. It's probably wrong. I think it's Scandinavia, which is not a country.
What kind of animal is the video game character Donkey Kong?
That's a gorilla.
What aircraft did Maverick fly in the movie Top Gun?
Oh, Tomcat. That's wrong. But that's my guess.
That's wrong.
That's wrong, but that's
All right,
my guess.
now here's for the tiebreaker. When was Lego invented?
Let's say 19... Man, it could have been way earlier, but I'm just going to say 1946. I'll go post-World War II. Oh, man, you know what? No, I'm going to say 1950. It's a solid, even 1950. Crud, I feel like it's the 60s, though. Oh, this is a terrible one. Come on out, come on out.
Come on out.
Come on out.
Okay.
Shoot, buddy.
Okay.
You better be ready for potpourri.
I'm ready.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm all pumped
dude.
up now.
You better not screw this up. You can go down 0-6 or whatever in the last
Well,
while.
we won in, you got
Let's just
6
put it
wins
this
on me?
way. Even if you are excellent here, you still look terrible
Why don't you go into
for the last season of this
And
game.
shut your face.
Best case scenario, you can look okay.
For today. See, the mind games.
Yep.
Right.
The mind games.
I know.
I get it. And it's working.
Put your hands down.
It's
Don't
working.
blow it.
It's working. All right, Scott, here we go.
All right. For Jared. What state has the most national parks?
Colorado.
What meteorological season is the month of July in the Southern Hemisphere?
What season is the month of July? Winter.
Lego was invented in which country?
Lego. Sweden.
Right on.
What kind of animal is the video game character Donkey Kong?
He is a gorilla.
What aircraft did Maverick fly in the movie Top Gun?
F-14 Tomcat.
And for the tiebreaker, when was Lego invented?
Legos were invented in 1937. All right, buddy.
All right.
Let's go, buddy.
Ooh,
Let's go.
That was quick,
Let's
dude.
go.
Oh, boy.
That was quick.
this is going to be
You either know him or you
interesting.
don't. There was no real thinkers here.
All right.
I couldn't reason any of these out.
Yeah, I kind of just threw answers out.
I couldn't reason any of these out.
Just threw words.
Okay, here we go. Round 2, playing for Jared. Moon is playing for Dustin. Let's go.
All right. Let's see. here.
Question 1.
Question 1.
Here we go.
What state has the most national parks?
100% guess.
Moon said California. Rizz said Colorado.
And the answer is California.
Okay.
Oh!
All right, point for Moon.
Okay, national parks question. This guy.
Oh,
Come on.
It was still an educated guess.
He did have another answer before that one.
Which was what? Did you say Colorado?
Alaska.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Scott.
Alrighty. What meteorological season is the month of July in the Southern Hemisphere?
They both said winter.
And you're both correct.
All right. I threw myself there for a second.
Yep. Lego was invented in which country?
Moon said the Netherlands, and Rizz said Sweden.
Oh, no.
And the correct answer is Denmark.
Oh, so close, and so were you. I said,
Damn it.
I was like Scandinavia.
I knew it was one of
somewhere.
those in that area.
Man.
In
Gosh
that
darn
region.
it.
Yep.
Ah, caca. Oh. Still up one on me. What question is this for?
This is 4.
Ah, man. Need to
one.
get him. Need to get him.
What kind of animal is the video game character Donkey Kong?
Both of you said gorilla.
And you're both correct.
All right, baby.
Okay. Question 5. Moon's up 1.
And this is going to be interesting.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is-
why?
Oh,
Because people. Because people.
Because
Rizz.
people what?
Just wait.
All right. What aircraft did Maverick fly in the movie Top Gun?
Moon said Tomcat. Rizz said F-14 Tomcat.
No, I thought the Tomcat was the F-18.
What is
And the answer is?
F-14 Tomcat.
I still said Tomcat. Tomcat's a Tomcat.
You did still say Tomcat.
Is it? You just said an F-18.
That
You
wasn't.
meant an F-18.
Doggone
That
it.
has nothing to do with the answer that I did during the game, which was Tomcat.
Yeah.
Like I said, this is going to be interesting.
Oh.
So you did
How is it
fly a
interesting?
Tomcat.
We literally both said Tomcat.
Yeah,
know, but-
it's the Tomcat that you flew.
Specifically an F-14.
Okay. I'm just gonna sit back. I'm just a
Learn.
contestant here.
Learn. No,
I'm just a
no, this
contestant
is it.
here.
And whatever she says is binding.
You know
okay?
what? I'm going to say, just to keep it interesting, I think I'm going with Rizz.
Thank you.
I think the F-14.
Even though I said Tomcat,
You know what?
I honestly,
you can't.
I'm sorry, Moon. It has to be
It was an incomplete answer.
incomplete answer.
Typically, if it's an incomplete answer, someone will say, "Can you be more specific?"
Somebody in the chat said, Rizz said the full thing, the full
But
actual
what's that have to
title.
do with my answer being wrong?
Because I don't know, like a Tomcat's just
His answer has no
an F-14 is an
effect on mine.
actual aircraft. Tomcat could be anything. That could have been the name of the.
What the
Could have been.
hell
You
are
could
you
have been flying a
talking about?
cat.
Yeah.
He could have been on. You could have been talking
Which
to you
was
on
a
the back
cool
of a cat.
movie.
He said, "What aircraft did he fly?" And I said, "The Tomcat."
Is there like an F-18? Are there more Tomcats than just
Yes,
the
there are.
F-14?
Yeah.
That's you see.
But what's
No,
that have
it's a
to do
Super
with my
Hornet.
answer being
Is the
wrong?
18.
Oh, F-18.
Yeah.
Hey, fine.
Hang on,
Let's
hold
go to
up.
the
I'm
tiebreaker
looking-
then.
I'm looking
Let's
at
go to
this
the
if this is
tiebreaker.
what you
Okay.
need.
And if we need, here we go. Okay, so here's the tiebreaker.
You guys are phenomenal.
When
What?
was
You got to be
The
kidding.
integrity of this game is so blown. If I say Tomcat and somehow it's wrong, but I'll live with
You
it.
weren't specific enough.
I'm just going to be over here and say
That's on the host.
You guys are jacked.
That's on the host.
There's
you
also-
guys.
You guys are
Don't-
jacked.
no. No.
Stop yelling at
No.
me. I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them.
Okay.
There's all sorts of different F-14, like F-14A Tomcat, F-14D Tomcat.
Would you have accepted F-14? Because I would have. If he said F-14,
Well, too
that
bad
would have
you're
been a
not
correct
hosting.
answer too.
Or judging.
I'm just
Anyway,
asking. I'm just asking the
Time
judge
for the
based on her
tiebreaker.
own criteria.
Time for the tiebreaker. We both agreed that what Lern said was binding.
That's
That
fine.
wasn't even
That's
a
fine.
disclaimer at the beginning, but yes, I will take the heat right now.
Alrighty.
You're off tomorrow.
I'm off
This is
tomorrow.
close, guys.
Take the heat going to Denver.
When was Lego invented?
Dude, it's probably like 1703.
Moon said 1950, and Rizz said 1937.
Oh gosh. Oh god.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is so
And
stupid.
the answer is
This is wild. This is wild, everybody.
This game.
All right, the answer is 1949.
Holy smokes.
lost again.
Why didn't you two calm us down? Why'd you let us argue like
This is the
that?
entertaining part of
When the results were the same. Now we're at each other's throats. We didn't need to be.
Well, that game's over. Lost again
There's
twice.
so many F-14 comments in the chat. I just didn't want to deal. F-14 Tomcat.
Oh, man.
Good game, everybody.
Thanks.
What the hell kind of question is what does a thermometer measure?
I had to. I just wanted to see
We're
if
two
you-
geniuses here. This is asking Einstein.
Clearly.
All right, if your genius is-
asking Einstein what 2 + 2 is.
Here's my backup tiebreaker. What year will Halley Comet pass next to Earth again?
Everybody knows that. Moon.
2000.
72. Everybody knows that.
2061.
And the answer is?
2061.
Oh my gosh, is it really?
Yes.
I think something's going on
I
here.
think I
you two are
win
in
the
cahoots.
month.
I think you two. I think something's
They're in
going on
cahoots.
No,
here.
I knew it was 70 years and it came in the 90s.
That was a little too.
Nice try.
That was a little too.
I just
on
hit
the
a
nose.
perfect answer, and you can't
That was
give
a
it to
little
me?
too weird.
Out of my face.
Who knows? It's 2061.
I didn't. It was a literal guess.
Well,
Interesting.
Mark Twain was born in.
It was 70 years
Interesting.
from the 90s. That's all I knew.
Okay. Interesting.
Very interesting. This
70 years from the 90s. Yeah, okay.
Right.
So you just picked
I legitimately just threw out the number.
2061, and that happened to be it.
Yes.
out of this world.
I think.
Hey,
Man.
on my honor.
Oh, that was
Hands
good.
are very sweaty.
On
Great
my honor.
sportsmanship.
Yeah.
Guys, that was tense. That
You
was
just
good
had a heck of a game.
Emails and douchebag of the day next.
Oh, my
it's Moon,
gosh.
by the way.
Yeah, whatever. It's the loser Rizz.
8:58, Thursday traffic and weather.
Lihu.
Coming at you. I know, I got it.
Worldwide Technology Raceway is the sponsor.
Nothing. You lose. Good day, sir.
The Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more. The NASCAR Cup Series June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at raceway.com. Oh, my goodness. All things are pretty much clear except for a right lane block due to debris on the road 64 eastbound at Jefferson Avenue. Your point forecast, lovely high of 74 right now at 68 at the Point Studio.
Get to your emails. So, U.S. News and World Report. They do a study each year that ranks all 50 states based on everything from education and healthcare to infrastructure, the economy, fiscal stability, safety. So, the number one best state in America is, go ahead, any guesses?
Delaware.
No.
Financial stability.
It's education, healthcare, infrastructure, economy, crime,
Vermont.
natural environment, opportunity.
Good
I'm going to
guess.
say Minnesota.
Minnesota. We got a Minnesota. We got a Vermont. We got
I'll
a
go Maine.
we got a Maine. And no. And one more round. Here we go. We got a
Idaho.
no. We got a
Montana.
no. We got a
Texas.
no. One more time, Ron. Let's
Okay,
go. Come
okay.
on.
Utah.
We got a Utah. We got a
South Dakota.
South Dakota.
Washington.
We got a Washington. One of you is correct.
Yeah! I did it.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations.
It's my day.
To Moon.
Man, you're winning too much
The
today.
polygamous one.
Yeah.
You guys are.
Something's going on with
Yeah,
you guys.
this is
What
weird.
do you mean, you guys?
Oh, I see.
Oh, I mean
See?
it.
Me?
How's it feel?
Yeah,
I'm
How's
the
it,
loser today.
how's it feel to be accused?
Utah is the overall best state for the second straight year. Utah tops the list, mostly because it landed in the top 10 in 5 of the 8 categories. Peaking at second in education, along with third place finishes in both the economy and infrastructure. New Hampshire second, followed by Nebraska, Minnesota, Idaho, Iowa, Vermont, Washington State, Florida, and Massachusetts. Now, Missouri and Illinois. Where did we fall on this list? And who do you think is ahead of the other? Do you think it's Missouri's ahead of Illinois? Is Illinois ahead of Missouri on this list? Again, crime and corrections, economy, education, fiscal stability, healthcare, infrastructure, natural environment, and opportunity.
I don't know. St. Louis and Chicago, both very crime-ridden, as we hear in the news.
And Kansas City.
And Kansas. Well, Kansas City's not as bad as those two, though. I'm going to go. Well, I don't know. Illinois. Everybody's always complaining about everything over there, and I'm an Illinoisan, so I can say that. But I think Illinois is doing better than
You
Missouri.
think Illinois is doing better?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I think Illinois has had some money troubles, and I know that Missouri is fairly favorable for new business. So as far as opportunity and all that, I will say Missouri leads.
Okay, Missouri leads.
I'm going Missouri.
Well, congratulations to the Show Me State ahead of Illinois. Suck it, Illinois.
Suck on
Yeah.
this, Land O'Leakin. All right.
As far as best states overall, Missouri is number 35.
Oh,
Illinois is
killer.
number 38.
Hey,
Really, what
at least
took
we're in
us-
the top 40.
What really took us down was crime.
Yeah.
For Missouri, we were 45th. And healthcare, we were 45th.
Healthcare. That's wow.
Illinois, dead last in fiscal stability.
Financial
and
health.
opportunity, they were 40th. Crime, though, 15th. Economy 43rd. Not great. So Florida, by the way, where I'm going to move, 9th. Texas, everybody's moving to Texas. Remember we had the moving thing? That's 21st.
Oh, that's that high up.
Yeah. There you go. Hey, we beat Illinois. Great.
Congratulations.
Yeah, moving on
Maybe
up.
we could hang our hat on that.
Yeah, take that.
Hang our hat on that, guys.
Other Springfield.
Feels good.
Yep.
Other Springfield.
Feels good, right? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it feel great, guys?
No, I don't feel good about it. I love my home state.
Well,
It's a beautiful place.
not today.
Feel good at 35.
Yeah, 35.
At least not 38th. Right, Illinois?
Right.
That's such a Missouri
We need
thing
to do
say.
better.
I know.
All of us.
Yeah, we suck, but we don't suck as bad as
We don't
you.
suck as
No.
bad, which is fine.
Nope.
Positive. Glass half full.
That's right, man.
All right, let's take a look at some of the emails. RizzShow1057thepoint.com.
Emails are brought to you by Kloss Furniture. Ooh.
And then we'll get into douchebag of the day.
And where are my emails?
Oh.
There it goes. Kloss Furniture. Lowest prices guaranteed. We have something for everybody. Thank you for saying crotch salad, Rizz. I love what you put into the world. Adam.
Cool.
When did I say that?
I don't know.
Yesterday?
In what
Yeah.
What context?
Don't know.
what context?
But you needed to thank you.
All right, you're welcome, Adam. Crotch salad.
See what you do to these people
God.
for them?
I don't
remember you
I don't-
saying that. I can't remember why.
I don't remember what the context was, but okay, crotch salad. Next.
Good morning, greatest show on earth. Listening to Tuesday's podcast, and you mentioned the story about a gun that didn't shoot because of divine intervention at the pastor. Lern said she believes in that. I'm a little confused. If you have time, I would love to hear her divine beliefs, since she says she's agnostic and her statements confuse me a lot of the times. Thank you. Do better. 3 out of 5 stars.
Yeah. Well, yes, I'm agnostic. So I don't subscribe to any one religion or anything. I'm hopeful that something great's going to happen after, but a lot of fear out there. No, I believe in like a supreme energy, right? So like, whereas a lot of people would say, oh, that was God. Okay, that's great. I believe that like I can't put a name on it and that there is something good. And so what I meant by that is I do believe something intervened, whether that is luck, that is God, that is an energy.
That's pretty much what agnostic is. Like,
Yeah.
you think there's something you don't know what.
Exactly. I'm not an atheist. Atheists don't, they don't believe in anything. They're like nothing is happening, and there's no energy, and there's no God, and whatever. I'm just a hopeful agnostic. I just think that good things happen, and I'm thankful that pastor was not shot. I actually told my in-laws are Catholic, and I was talking about it with my mother-in-law the other day, and I was like, isn't that just amazing? And so we got to have her Catholic, viewpoint and my agnostic
guy
viewpoint. Got
runs
to talk
up
about it.
onto the altar and to shoot the pastor, and the
Right.
gun jams.
And my favorite part of that story, aside from the gun jamming, is how the people tackled that guy and kept him there, but how the pastor responded to that guy and was like, this person is affected by a spirit, and had such grace and mercy for him. I just think that's such a beautiful
The
thing.
demons.
Yeah, the demons.
The demons got him.
Anyway, hope that clears it up. Probably doesn't, but welcome to my life.
What? I thought that was a pretty
Yep.
good answer.
All right.
I don't know if this guy was hoping for like a gotcha kind of thing. Like
No.
that.
I don't. It was not written
Well,
like that at all.
Cool.
It was
Since
a,
you don't
it's not a
believe,
bad
you know,
question.
since
No, I
you're
appreciate
an
it.
agnostic,
That's a good question.
I appreciate
how could you believe
the
blah, 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 blah.
curiosity.
Yeah.
if it was attacking, I wouldn't have read it.
Cool.
Why? Attacking email's not bad.
That's a different file.
You can attack me all you want. Go ahead. I can take it. I'm a big boy. Next.
Speaking of demons, hey, Rizz Show, if you're going on a plane or a long ride or Six Flags, take an Imodium before you go. It helps. Now you know, and knowing is half the fart sound battle. That's been.
Thank you.
Never
This is-
considered that.
Yeah, I've never
Well,
taken.
this is in response, I believe, to going the right time to go number 2 on a plane.
Oh, yeah.
What's Imodium do? Is that just gas relief?
It just
Says
stops you
treat
up. I think.
diarrhea.
It stops you up?
Yeah, like where you're not gonna
I
blow
wouldn't
your-
Yeah,
want
but
to
I also don't want.
voluntarily.
No
I don't
way.
want problems when I land.
Yeah, I like.
I don't want to voluntarily stop myself
No.
up. I
Like you
just wanna
can't.
poo,
You have
bro.
enough problems where you're on a 2-hour flight. Like let's say I'm going to Florida. It's a 2-hour flight. You got to take Imodium because
Oh
you
my
can't. I
gosh.
mean, come on.
Got the greatest email next.
All right, go ahead, please.
Howdy, y'all, and a happy
Howdy.
birthday, Rizz. I know we don't do shout-outs, but shout-out to Moon for constantly overcoming Rizz's changing of the rules in matchup with Moon. Remember last week when he didn't have to be specific for the answer Dolly being given to the celebrity the clone sheep was named after? Could have been Dolly Parton. Could have been Dolly Sinatra, mother to Frank. Or
get
Dolly
the hell
Shepard,
outta here.
English parachutist and entertainer.
No.
Or even Dolly Stoll, Indian actress. But no, we knew what he meant, and Tomcat isn't good enough because he because that could be anything. Love the show.
I
3
lost
out of 5
anyway.
stars.
Also, I made that
Go to hell.
choice today. And yes, the hypocrisy in our games is worth noting, but we don't care.
Woo!
Would you have read that email if it went a different direction?
Me?
Yeah.
Sure. Just, in a few days.
That's also a different file.
Oh, that was
It
good.
literally just came over while we were doing this.
Whoever did that,
I mean-
excellent job on that.
Oh, man.
It's a moving goalpost. I don't know. Things change. Mm-hmm. People change.
Weekly on
Yes.
this show. Back to you.
Next.
Let's see. Hey, Rizz Show. I wanted to email in regards to your conversation about hours worked in a week. I work for a manufacturing place with about 50 employees. Work schedule is 6 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Thursday with voluntary overtime on most Fridays. While working 10 hours a day does have its drawbacks, having a 3-day weekend every week makes it all worth it. The pay is
man.
The pay is very okay, but I could probably make more doing something else. But with this schedule, and I know it's only about a mile from my house, it makes it very hard for me to want to leave. I know the owner really well, and they said that they switched to the schedule about 10 years ago. And when they did, they noticed a huge uptick in productivity and overall morale.
People are happier.
Yeah, another added bonus to the company he added was that very few people ever have to take off for doctor's appointments or any of that kind of stuff because they just schedule them on Fridays. Obviously, the schedule doesn't work for all fields, but if a job can do so, they should 100% do this.
You know, there really is something to say about a work-life balance and how it does make people happier.
He just said that he can make more money elsewhere, but he doesn't want to give up this schedule, and so he stays.
Yeah.
It improves.
I mean, those benefits far outweigh extra dollars.
I guess.
Full extra day of your week, that is huge.
You can't put a price on hanging out, right?
No.
Scott? Can't put a price
Pretty
on
sweet. Supposed to see what Hubbard thinks about this. It could be a pretty cool thing.
it. Nope.
Nope.
I don't
Nope.
think so.
No.
Nope, this just
Okay.
in. They're not down with it.
Okay.
This just said no.
They're not down with it.
Nope.
All right, one more.
Entertainment. What's up, fellas and Lern? I was podcasting on my drive home from work, 2 a.m. Shout out to the other second shift weirdos. I heard you guys talking about this song, Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Oh, yeah.
Remember we talked about this a few weeks ago?
Yodeling.
Scott's tune, which is a great tune.
I'd never heard that song before, and I agree. It does rip. It also has to be in the contention for the most King Scott song of all time. I was wondering what songs would be on the Mount Rushmore of King Scott songs. Love the show. 3.5 out of 5 stars, Kevin.
I guess
man.
you could put that one up there.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Man, I was just a wee lad when I first heard that one, and it just stuck with me. I was like, this is
What is that?
Wild.
I still never heard it.
It's a classic metal song.
yeah.
It's a metal song?
Yeah, I play it on Monday Night Metal sometimes when I get
And
into
he
my
kinda looks like
70s
Meatloaf.
categories.
Right?
Yeah. I've never seen
Kind of
him.
a weird looking guy. He's very
I never looked
meatloafy.
into him.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a weird song, but it's cool.
It's a cool tune.
Dude, it's really cool, and the
The song is called Focus. It's by Hocus Pocus band.
When's the yodeling?
Focus is the
Hocus
band.
Pocus by
Hocus
Focus.
Pocus is the song.
There you go.
yeah.
Where's the yodeling?
It's in there
It's a
somewhere.
one-hit thing.
It's in there. It's in there somewhere. Anyway,
It must be Hocus Pocus by Focus.
I got to get to douchebag of the day.
and
So
3 Weird Al songs.
what? Yeah.
I mean, you can't roller skate in a buffalo herd would be up there.
Come on, Mr. Music.
I'm going to go also, what's the cake song?
Long Jacket.
No, sorry, the MacArthur's Park.
Okay.
And I will go with, let's do Country Boy from,
John Denver.
no,
Long-haired
God.
country
Hank
boy
Country
from
Boy.
Hank
Charlie
Williams?
Daniels.
Country Boy from
Is that Hank?
the Ricky Skaggs. There we go.
Ricky Skaggs, yes.
Okay, there you go.
There you go, man.
You can't roller skate where?
And a buffalo
The
herd.
Buffalo Herd. What other song?
I said there was MacArthur's Park.
Yeah, by Cake and
Skaggs.
Yeah, and Skaggs. Ricky Skaggs, Country Boy.
Hocus Pocus by Focus.
Right on.
And MacArthur's Park was the, what's his name? Whatever it is,
an
Mac
excellent
something.
answer, Scott.
Is your-
Mac.
Are you short
Somebody
circuiting?
plug him back in.
Yeah.
Your brain is so great.
There's smoke coming out of your ears.
It's a big question for
Yeah.
best songs.
All right, today's douchebag of the day comes to us from Cape Coral, Florida. You got 28-year-old Brett Dahl arrested after breaking into his ex-girlfriend's house early last Saturday morning. Judging by this dude's mugshot, by the way, he's got a history of making very poor decisions. A lot of face tattoos. And not good ones either. If there are to be good face tattoos, this guy has none of them. Look up Brett Dahl, Bretdahl. Well, the girlfriend says that Brett broke into her house around 2:30 that morning, broke in through a back window. She was sleeping. Look at this.
Look at this guy. He did the, like the Joker, scars, but they look like barbed wire.
No thanks.
Dude, that's sweet.
So he gets into the house with the back window, starts demanding she tell him where to find his gun. She's confused. He threw a picture frame at her. She tried to get Brett to leave. He refused, pushed her into a closet door. Dude then starts trashing everything in the house, including shattering her beta fish tank.
Oh my gosh. Come on.
And the woman said that Brett flushed her fish down the toilet.
Oh, that's pet murder.
Too far.
Too far.
The girlfriend is distraught not only because of what this a-hole did to the house, but she'll never see Bean the fish again. That's it. He's gone. On his way out, Brett swiped her iPhone, smashed the front left headlight and a window of her car, and left in a buddy's car. Cops picked up Brett later that day. Been charged with grand theft, burglary, property damage, obstructing justice, and animal cruelty.
And
Goodbye, Bean.
we don't stand for that last one.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
Rest of
So,
it.
Brett, bad decision, doll. You are today's douchebag of the day, so let's quickly get this guy punished.
Can I do it? Is there? I always like to bring out the dogs.
Okay.
Okay.
We get the dogs. All right.
Yeah,
Here's
please.
the dogs. Okay. Oh, that squishing sound at the end.
And then I'd like to tase them.
Okay. Okay. We'll tase him as well.
Taser, taser, taser.
All right, Moon, would you like to finish him off?
What say you a drive-by douching?
Okay,
Great.
we could do that. All right, and that is that.
Thanks.
All right, 9:25. It is Thursday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you.
Traffic is brought to you by Worldwide Technology Raceway, the Confluence Music Festival with Ludacris, Riley Green, and more, and the NASCAR Cup Series, June 1st and 2nd. Tickets available now at WWTRaceway.com. Right lane blocked due to debris on the road 64 eastbound at Jefferson Avenue. Today, your point forecast is lovely. High of 74. Right now, it's 69 at the Point Studio.
Sports here in just a second. Has anybody had the charged lemonade at Panera?
Probably.
Have you tried it?
Yeah.
That's the one that's full of caffeine, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it.
I don't know if it's any good or not, but
Did you like it?
I don't remember. Like, they have all those different teas and lemonades, and I think I accidentally did it.
Oh, really?
And it didn't.
Oh, you accidentally did it.
Yeah, you just see lemonade, right? So you're like, oh, this will be great.
And that's the problem.
That's the one that they have the big sign above the.
Now they do.
Well, now they do because remember that guy died.
A couple people died. Well, and that's why Panera, St. Louis Bread Company, is taking the charged lemonade off the menu.
Ain't
That's
worth
it.
the trouble.
Done.
Huh?
Well, it's funny because. So, and again, the charged lemonade is a caffeinated drink that's caused multiple lawsuits and caused a public relations nightmare for them. So it's going to be off the menu within the next couple weeks. They've faced 3 separate lawsuits over the lineup of drinks in recent months, claiming that the high levels of caffeine have led to deaths of 2 people and irreversible health complications for another.
Golly.
The first one, though, that was a really sad scenario because that was.
I think it was somebody
this guy
autistic.
I thought he had Downs. It was something like
Yeah.
that, but at the same time, like the argument was, well, you didn't tell anybody that was full of caffeine, but I think on the logo it says charged, caffeinated lemonade or whatever the heck it says.
Either
It's
way,
like really small.
It's been a PR nightmare, and you're thinking, okay, so you have 2 people died. Why wouldn't they take it off right away?
Right.
It's so a PR expert, and this is an interview with CNN, said if they remove the drink immediately, it could come across as implied admission that something was wrong in the first place. So, because Panera's like, we didn't do anything wrong.
Right.
And if we take it off the menu, it's going to look like, oh, yeah.
Makes it look worse.
Makes it look worse.
Sure.
So very often in lawsuits, there's a knee-jerk reaction among lawyers to do as little as possible publicly out of some vague fear that you're exposing yourself to additional liability. And that's what this PR expert told CNN.
Okay, sorry. So the guy that passed away, the first guy, 46-year-old, unspecified chromosomal deficiency disorder, a developmental delay, and mild intellectual disability. That was the first one.
Yeah, we did talk about that one.
Then there was an older man, right?
And he died from cardiac arrest on his way home. Now, they said, though, that he had tons of this stuff.
A lot of them.
So it's not like you have 3 and you...
Because even the old pictures, it showed how much caffeine is in one thing of this.
Yeah, but even Lern, like, she didn't realize she just got it.
390 milligram.
It's a lot.
Wow.
Pardon me. 390 milligrams, which is... Oh, shoot, I just lost it.
It's a lot.
Is that a lot? I don't
Yeah, because
know.
I think coffee is, 60 or something?
Oh, I have no clue.
I don't know, but it's going to be gone within the next couple of weeks. So get your charged lemonade while you can. Go ahead, run home.
Yep.
Okay, like Celsius.
Run to Panera and then run home.
The Celsius energy drinks, they have 200 milligrams per can. Let's see.
Okay, so cup has 95 milligrams and espresso has 63.
Yeah, and this has 390.
Woo,
So
man, charged indeed.
That's the equivalent of 8.4 ounce cans of Red Bull. So 5 Red Bulls.
Damn. And you get one of those large
God.
drinks, like you get the large cup. Ooh, man.
The Food and Drug Administration cites that 400 milligrams of caffeine a day is an amount not generally associated with dangerous negative effects, but warns that the risk of caffeine overdose increases as the concentration of caffeine in the product increases. So if you have it all in one go.
Right.
Also, if these things are going down easy.
1,200 milligrams of caffeine is what the FDA estimates is toxic.
You have a couple of these drinks?
Toxic effects.
You don't know? It tastes good.
Yeah.
Hey, on a hot day, you're drinking lemonade?
Dude, so if he had 5 or 6 of those things, I'd take it back on the 3 because I mean I used to smash, dude. When I go through Lion's Choice when I was in high school or whatever, you got I don't even know if they make the cups that big anymore, but I'd get a Dr. Pepper like that and I'd refill that sucker 3 or 4 times throughout the day.
And what
that
happened?
I got kidney stones.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man.
But
It's not a good,
When I was in the service, whenever I was a waitress, I mean, I would just pound those 5-hour energy drinks, sugar-free Red Bulls. I wasn't a Monster girl at all, but man, those like fueled me for a good portion. Like 10 years of my life, I was running on those.
Unfortunately, 2 people dead and irreversible damage to 1 person. So
sad.
Yeah. All right, let's quickly do sports. All right, Moon, your 2-minute sports report.
Yeah, let's talk about the Contreras thing real quick. 2 days ago, a bat fractured Wilson Contreras' left arm in the second inning of J.D. Martinez's swing when the Cardinals catcher's forearm collided near the plate. Okay, so we've been watching this back, and now all the talk is it looks like the Cardinals have had him push up because when he was with the Cubs, he was 3 feet farther back than he has been this last season and a half. So, basically suggesting that the Cardinals, the coaching, have been telling him to scoot up and pick up more strikes on low balls. All right.
And now he's putting his arm in danger.
And now his arm's in danger. Now it's broken, and they're talking 6 to 8 weeks plus that he's going to be out.
2 months.
So that sucks. And then last night's game got rained out. They pushed it to, let's see, Monday, August 5th at 4:15 as a result of the rain out. Sonny Gray is going to start tonight at Milwaukee. So that's when they're going to make up that game. Real quick in hockey news, Trocheck gave the Rangers a Game 2 win over the Hurricanes in double overtime. They won it on a power play for New York, which extends their lead in the Eastern second round. Stars took a 3-0 lead over in the first over Avalanche, but then the Avalanche came back and won 4-3. So Vancouver leads Edmonton 1-0, and Boston and Florida are tied up at 1-1. Tonight is Rangers and Hurricanes at 6 p.m. and Avalanche and Stars at 8:30. I'm Moon, and that's your sports because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
All right, thank you. One final break. We'll come back, wrap her up.